Hey guys, this is Movie Magic and Gaming Gurus back again, and this time it's a special edition London Film and Comic Con 2015, joined by my partner in crime, the tired, the knackered one, Tash, aka Sketchney. I said
Absolute
Sketchney then.
agony. Yeah, I know, just like Sketchney. Your field reporter.
My film reporter is here after 3 long days of working hard just to tell us stuff, not for pictures for
No,
ourselves,
it wasn't.
but just for us
Yeah,
to get the inside scoop. So,
had to do the research.
exactly. So, to start off with, how are you?
I am in so much pain. Yeah, it's trying to balance the suffering. Is it worth the? It was worth it. It was worth it. But yeah, and I've never sweated so much as well. But
Because because you were there from beginning to end every day, weren't you?
yes.
Yeah. So you were there like from like let's say 7 a.m. till like 6 p.m.
Not quite that. Friday was open at 1 o'clock. We got there for about that.
Yeah.
We didn't stay until the closing of 8 on Friday. We left about 4:30 because really we were just scoping the place out. I didn't get any autographs of that on Friday. We went round the stalls and that actually on Friday.
I, th- I,
Uh,
I think that's the
sorry.
best thing to do. I think the Friday is the day to look at the stalls, and
Yeah.
I think the other 2 days, if you've got a lot of photos, is the day to spread them out.
Yeah, that's what we ended up doing. And then yeah, Saturday and Sunday we were there from opening at 9 until closing at 6. So yes, nice long days, and especially because I didn't sleep on Friday night. But
Yeah.
before we got into it, how are you? You've been busy
Uh,
watching movies and that.
yeah, I've been busy watching foreign cinema, watching Asian martial arts and action films, doing, like I said, I did the chat with John on Saturday.
Yeah.
Um, did spend time with Donna, tried not to get too hot, I've overeaten on ice cream.
Is
I've
it
had,
really quite? Is it a dry heat or quite
well, it's
humid?
it's very dry. It's like yesterday was like 95, and today it's like 74 at the minute. So it's like the kind of like the best day so far to be like, but it'll
Yeah.
pick up later when it'll probably be about 88 or something. So I've been eating ice cream like crazy to be cold.
Yeah.
And it's, to be honest with you, as much as I love eating it, I'm like, I
A
really,
bit
really
sick
wish
of
I
it.
wasn't. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? I'm like,
Yeah.
I just want it to cool down. I want it to rain. I want to run out there naked in the rain, flap it all about and just like
Yeah.
jump
Just
up
have
and down.
just some air. Yeah.
Yeah, air it all out, and
Yeah.
just have fun.
Mm.
But no. So that's basically what my weekend consisted of. I originally was going to watch Walking Dead with Donna, but it was too hot, so we didn't.
Oh, you didn't? Oh, that sucks.
Because when it's too hot, what happens is I end up wanting to grab hold of Donna.
Yeah.
I end up wanting to just be all over Donna, right? And like basically like a rabid dog, like how Mulder is with
Right.
you when you
Yeah.
call him in. I want to be like
Makes you
that over
horny, does
Donna.
it? Yeah.
Yeah, it does. So basically,
Yeah.
so I end up thinking we can't do anything like that, Walking Dead that way it's hot because it's too hot to do all that stuff.
It's just too hot. Yeah.
So I was like, nah, not gonna do it. So I watched about while you were away, maybe 15, 16 movies.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, one last thing I'll say before we get going. I contacted Celestial Pictures about reviewing the movies,
Oh,
and
yeah.
they haven't contacted me back yet, but I'm hoping they do soon, and I'm hoping they say I can.
Cool.
Because if I contact them themselves, I might be able to get some sort of, like rights to be able to do it with, from
Right.
them, or I have to sign a
Yeah.
thing or whatnot.
Permission and that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
whether it's monetized or not, it'd be nice if they said yes.
Yeah. That'd be really cool. Because then you wouldn't have the trouble with YouTube that you've had. So.
Yeah, exactly. And to be honest with you, I thought if I went to them directly and they said yes, that would be great because it would mean that they'd give me actual their permission to probably actually do it.
Yeah.
And I wouldn't have to worry about it because I can straight to them if I have problems.
No,
So
exactly.
I don't know how that works or what if they're going to do it with me or not. But in the near future, what I'm going to do, if I have any problems like this, I'm doing like Asian cinema reviews. I'm going to go straight to the company for as the copyright claim.
That has a, yeah, that's the
You
best
know,
way to go
so
about it.
yeah.
Cool.
But yeah, so it was pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah.
I think that's the, no, I think that, and I think that is the problem, is just needing to get that permission so that you can finally get round to doing it, kind of thing. So
Well, the thing is, I'd rather have the permission than it be illegal, you know. And
yeah,
I'd rather get where I can, you know, I want, like, I haven't reviewed anything because I wanted more reviews like that. I mean,
yeah, exactly. That's how you want to do it, kind of
yeah,
thing.
I want more reviews to be like that because, like you said, you know, it's like I've grown, you know, I've
Yeah,
got where I need to be, and yeah, I need improvements, but I'm getting on the right track to how I should be doing it.
yeah, exactly.
So I just want to get that permission. I want to get out of the way, and then I'm probably going to do like loads of, but not like every day or every 2 days. Like I'm going to work on one a week kind of thing, and you know, really put effort into it, not just like you said, rush it out because I know I can
Yeah,
do that, you know.
yeah,
But
because you
actually,
want to make each one fresh and you want to enjoy the process. Because as I've said, I do a lot of editing, and it can sap it out of you, especially when you have to watch back your foot, you talking or whatever, and you have to watch the video clips back, and you have to get everything. It can grind you down, and the finished product is worth it. I mean,
yeah,
like I say, I enjoy watching back my stuff, every now and then, just to
yeah,
see, and especially when you see how much you've grown, you compare it to
yeah.
your previous stuff and etc. But like you say, it's good to take your time and just
Well,
enjoy the process.
I think it's good because I think when you watch yourself back, like let's say a year from now, you'll
Yeah,
go, wow, I didn't realize I was doing that then, but now that I'm doing that now, I've improved so much since I did
yeah,
then. And I
yeah,
think that's the best thing about doing videos on YouTube is you get to see your past self and how much you've improved.
yeah,
You know, like
exactly. Yeah,
when I look at my first videos, I see myself as a very quiet, very just like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. As now I'm a lot more, whoo, and I'm a
yeah,
lot more
yeah. Lots of
excitable and
confident
I'm a lot
and
more,
yeah,
yeah, and I'm a lot more moving. I'm not just sitting there like, yeah, I like this and.
yeah,
So it's always nice because you're seeing your past self,
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So I like that. So yeah, I'm waiting for them to contact me and hopefully they will.
Fingers tightly crossed.
And if they do, I'm great. And I'm going to look into other companies. And my plan is to upload like some clips of like other companies to see if they get copyrighted.
Yeah.
Just to say like, like just a bunch, not for people to say, but see if
No.
they get copyrighted. If so, who by?
Yeah.
So I can say like, oh, this isn't copyright. Oh, but this one is. You know what I mean? So
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
yeah, so it all helps me in the long run.
Cool. Well,
Yeah,
fingers crossed.
yeah. I yesterday I spoke to my cousin.
Oh yeah.
He was in the bath and with his rubber ducky. He does have a rubber ducky. That's not me joking. He has a rubber ducky,
He really is.
and
Yeah.
and he sings to it.
Oh no, he doesn't do the Sesame Street Rubber Ducky song, does he?
He does. I don't know, but I know he sings to it. But anyway, if he sees this, he'll kill me. But
Yeah. Yeah.
but yeah, I was talking to him, and he was telling me obviously about Comic Con and stuff.
Mm.
And so what my cousin said to me, I can add into obviously what you're saying.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because
Exactly.
we spoke about it for like 5 hours.
Oh blimey. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, he was in the bath that whole time.
I was gonna say, bloody hell. Really?
Yeah, really. At one point, he got out and he.
Going wrinkly in cold water.
That's what I was thinking. I was thinking, wow, we must be looking like 90 years old now. But
He's got out looking like a prune.
but yeah, he was talking about because he was worried. Like I said before, he was worried about going because he was worried about how busy it would be.
Yeah.
So why don't you get us started? And
Oh.
I'll add things on during the course of the storm.
Well, I mean, you've been to, this was your first one really you'd missed for a good while, wasn't it? So
This is the first one I missed in 4 years.
yeah.
You know.
So I mean, you have a good experience with these things anyway. But the problem is they were in Kensington Olympia, and to my knowledge, I don't think they've opened the other levels for Olympia for their events there before. But they were on 3 levels. As far as I know, they were using 6 halls of the entire building, and it was horrendous. Because the problem is they booked this extra area, and instead of thinking, having the previous events. I mean, you were at last year's Earl's Court. Yeah, they limited their number of people that they could let tickets in for, but they didn't, because they got a bigger area, they kind of increased their number of people they could get in.
Yeah.
They didn't like increase the area and then go, oh, let's only let X amount of people in. They went, oh, we've got this extra area, let's cram even more people in, kind of thing. Now, I heard there was a crew member saying that, because we ended up discussing it in one of the lifts, they were saying that obviously they were going by, showmasters were going by like the capacity numbers that they'd been given by the building and that. But I think they should have considered, because seriously, the heat in there was just, and it wasn't just Saturday. You know what, you go to these things, Saturday is going to be the busiest day. That's without question. But I'm not even kidding. It was Friday and Sunday were exactly the same. There was it was just crammed wall to wall. There was nowhere where you could go, oh, like it's Sunday. I mean, normally on Sunday you go and it's nice and airy. It's busy, but you can usually move around a lot easier and stuff. That was not the case at all. You were absolutely, and for disabled people, it was an absolute nightmare. I mean, I was just getting round on my sticks, but I mean, I spoke to somebody in a wheelchair, and I mean, we joked about this anyway, like you said about your but I spoke to somebody in a wheelchair in a lift, and they were saying that there were people like climbing over them and just pushing them aside and everything, and that, and I felt so. Now, there were the people on the electric scooters that were like forcing their way through and didn't give anybody much chance of, actually being able to move aside. I think my worst encounter though was with one of the building staff that was pushing around one of those trolleys with a big bin bag on it or something. And I'm not even kidding. I'm using my sticks, and she kept pushing it into my arse, and then knocked one of my sticks out from aside me. And Donna was like, and this woman didn't say excuse me or anything. I mean, it was a building staff, so. But that was just.
Did anybody say anything to this woman?
No. Well, I tried saying you could just said excuse me, and she just ignored us and walked on. Then she just carried on pushing away. But the worst thing was easily the lifts and the accessing places thing, because there was only one lift to the ground floor hall. If you went in the other lifts, they took you to the exit foyer kind of thing, and exit entrance. So you had to, like, if you were on level 3, you'd have to go down to 1 and then walk, to the far end of the hall, to get this small lift that went down to level ground floor.
So was there no real disabled access to the event?
No, it was absolutely horrific. I'd hate to have had to try and get around in a wheelchair in it.
Because that's technically against the law.
Yeah. I mean, you could access it. There were people in wheelchairs and that, but I'm not even kidding. There was no, as my mate Donna said, they should have had a wheelchair that they said no, disabled people only, and they didn't, because there were able-bodied people cramming themselves into the lifts, and then they would give no priority to people that were struggling to stand or that.
What should have happened, if they were doing it right, is they should have had somebody standing at the lift who says disabled people going first, right? And because you're supposed to do that out of respect, and not only because technically that's how you do it. It's like how you let elderly people in first. You know what I mean? It's like it's common decency.
Buggies and disabled people. The buggies I understood because obviously the stairs weren't really, but I said on Sunday was my worst encounter because I was stood waiting for a lift, and I was in a rush to get to a photo shoot, and I was waiting. It turned up finally. They took so long. You would not believe how long it took to get a lift from like third floor to first floor. It was ridiculous. But I stood there waiting, and there were two lifts. I was stood in the middle, waiting to find out which one would get there. And one turned up. I let people off. I went to get on. This able-body person ran on and pushed on, and then the staff member manning the lift would not let me get on. They were like, "No, we're full." And I said, "But disabled, struggling to stand." They were like, "No, we're full." I said, "Well, I was waiting. And this able-bodied person just stood there like happy they were on. Not a single chivalrous person said, 'Oh, you can have my spot.'" And that happened actually both days, like nobody letting up. But the problem is there were queues for the stairs. I mean, Showmasters paid for an extra staircase to be built to get upstairs. But there were people queuing to get up those stairs. Even
how's that even possible?
It was ridiculous. It went like the length of the building.
That is mental.
And you could only go up on it. You couldn't go down on this one staircase. There were other staircases around the edges, but if you were trying to get up through the middle of the building, you could only go up on this one staircase. And there were people queuing to get up the staircase. It was ridiculous.
That's mental.
So that was the accessible bit. So yeah, it was just but yeah, I mean the problem is the way everything was spaced out. Where things were. They didn't go. You know what? This one floor can be for photo shoots. You had downstairs were like 3 photo shoots areas, and then you had like another 4 on the middle level, on the first level. And then you had the final one was like 2 levels up. So
yeah, because I think there were 6 photo shoot areas.
Yes, there were, yeah.
But there were like 2 or 3 on one. Then there was 1 on one, and there was like 2 or that on another one. But they were like some being directly above each other, where you'd think you could be able to find them. 2 would be at one far corner, and then 2 would be at the other far corner. 1 would be like over in the middle.
Yeah.
And it was just terribly built and organised in that sense.
Yeah. Okay. On ground floor, you had B, C, and D, like in a L. So they were easy accessible. From D, you could go upstairs, and A was directly at the top of the stairs. But then E was at the far at the other end of that floor.
Yeah.
And I had on Sunday I went to the 30th anniversary Back to the Future talk with Michael J. Fox and the rest of the cast that were there.
Oh, I saw that on YouTube.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Was it longer than 12 minutes?
Yes.
Because the one I saw was 12 minutes.
That must have it was definitely longer than 12 minutes. It was running late, but it was about 45 minutes in the end.
Okay, they must have just shown the last 12 minutes then.
Yeah. But so I was at that super stage. I had a photo shoot. Like I say, the talk ran over, so I had to then run from the super stage to the other end of the building and get downstairs for my photo shoot. Got to that photo shoot area, and they were like, "Oh, he's been moved to E," which was back the other end of the hall opposite the super stage, and I had 10 minutes to get there. I have never, and by the time I got there, I was so sweaty. You can see in the picture even all my costume is all up and that, where I'm all dishevelled and that. It was just...
John says, "Good afternoon, you guys. Great to see you both again."
Hi, John. Hope your job's going well.
Good to see you too, John.
So yeah, the planning was, thankfully I only had one photo shoot that was at F, which was on the top level,
So how
because
did,
that was ridiculously heady.
so how did you get there? It must have been all willpower, surely.
It was. Because seriously, I don't know how I got around. Because everybody says, "Oh, how can you do it if you're, if you're in so," and it's like it's pulling on every bit of will that you have with. I think that's what makes it so sapping as well. Not just physically, but mentally. At the end of it, you're just like, like shutting down kind of thing.
Well, I remember the last time I had like two pitchers that clashed. I remember running through people saying,
Hmm.
"Get out the way, get out the way." I remember there was a still toddler, and I jumped right over him, right? Like over my
Yeah.
legs and jumped over him, and the
Yeah.
person was like, "Well done, buddy." So, like the parent. I was like, "For God's sake!" So I was running, and I remember
Oh,
getting, I was just like, because it was
I
like.
was. I mean, it's one thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Sorry. Yeah. Is that?
Because I was just gonna say it's like, whew, when you get there and you're like, now I look like shit from a picture.
Yeah, exactly. It's like it's bad enough that you're like getting all sweaty and red and everything like that, and it's bad enough trying to push through the people. But for me, like trying to get round to my sticks and had been there 3 days. It was the end of the weekend and that I was in so much pain and that. I didn't. When I finally got, even worse is I finally got to the shoot area, um, and I was in tears. I was stressed. I was, and I went to go in. I was like, please. I knew my luck that I would get there and he'd be gone. It was John Ratzenberger who does the voices of the Pixar character, who
Yeah,
does all the Pixar movies and that. Um, and I said, please say he's still here. And they were like, yeah, but nobody else was in there. So I went to go get my ticket, but because I had took my coat off for the talk, and I had my tickets in my pocket, but because I didn't want them accidentally falling out on the floor when I picked up my coat, I have to explain. Sorry, I was in my Doctor Who costume, and I had this big overcoat that I'd been wearing all day. So I had my tickets in that pocket. I didn't want them to fall out, so I put the tickets in my bag for the duration of the talk. Well, because I'd had no time to prepare myself, I then had to try and get my tickets out of my bag. Could not find them at all, and I was absolutely getting stressed. And bless the crew member, she was really supportive, going, "Take a moment, this, that, and the other." And poor John Ratzenberger stood there waiting for, waiting for this final shoot and everything. And I was absolutely, and they're like, "Take a moment to compose yourself." And I just wanted to get through and out of there because I felt so embarrassed, but stressed at the same time, if you know what I mean.
yeah.
So I don't know how I kept going after that because I was so absolutely. But yeah, but you say about jumping over people
Yeah.
and trying to get through people. We joked about this yesterday in the car because we was Donna, bless her, she had to drive through London all 3 days because she drove us to Olympia, and then she drove us to the hotel, and then the following day we had to come from the hotel to Olympia and then back. Because we didn't know originally that we were going to go on Friday. We booked the hotel for Saturday to Sunday, and then when we tried to book at the same place for the Friday night, turned out they were booked out, so we had to go elsewhere. So we went to two different places each day. So it was a lot of unpacking the car, packing the car, unpacking the car, and but we were joking about the state of London drivers, that they just go in wherever, they keep crossing wherever they want and everything, with no regard for who may be behind them.
Yeah.
And we were joking. I said I got to that point with trying to get through people at the actual event because I would keep saying, "Excuse me, excuse," these people that just stand still in the middle of the aisle kind of thing, and you go, "Excuse me." And I'm not even kidding. People completely ignore you, and you're going,
Yeah.
"Excuse me, please move," and they completely ignore you. And I got to the point where I was ready to just go, "Fuck it," and push through everybody.
That's why. That's when you need to have a manly voice.
Yeah,
Because as soon as
exactly.
you show that dominance voice, people look around and you go, "Ugh," and then they go,
But the second you show no manners, They're like, oh, you could have said something. It's like, I fucking did,
Well,
you
I
know.
was there when I was there. When I was there a couple of years ago, I called Cat Whitehall. I went, excuse me, all right?
Mm,
No. I tapped the guy on the shoulder. All right. The guy went, what?
yeah,
I went, excuse me. All right. He
yeah.
went, he told me to get lost. I went, so I just basically gave him this really thin look and just said, excuse me, get out the fucking way, you piece of shit. All right. And
Yeah,
he looked at me and I just pushed him. He ended up on the floor and I just walked straight over, kicked him
yeah,
as well. Because these people
yeah.
piss me off. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
exactly.
It's like they won't want you being in their way,
Yeah,
but
no,
they can be in
exactly.
your way. You know,
Mm.
it's like when you walk down the street and people are right in the middle of the bloody pavement.
Oh, yeah. I hate these people that feel the need to walk side by side, like free abreast across the whole page. And then the second you're walking towards them, they look at you like, how dare you be going, you know, trying to get through.
Oh, John says my feed is quite a few minutes behind you guys. Sorry, I can't catch up.
Oh,
Oh, sorry about that, John. I thought it always was. It was like 30 seconds, wasn't it?
yeah. Yeah.
No. And he says, Tash, the Comic Con pics were great.
Oh, well, I haven't uploaded any yet, so, but I know Donna and Jane and that have been uploading some
I think it
pics.
means the
So.
ones you were tagged in or something.
Yeah, I think that's pretty
Oh,
much,
what
yeah.
was that? There was a ninja in one of the pictures. There was a ninja behind one of you guys in one of the pictures.
Oh, right, yeah.
Right? And I tried tagging it as ninja, right? Because I was like, this is awesome. Right? But
Yeah.
because it was looking, the guy looks right at the camera as well.
Ah, really?
Let me
Yeah.
see if I can quickly find it because it was awesome. It was one of those moments where I was like, yeah. I was like, woo, you know. Let's see if I can quickly find it. I think it was in one of James' pictures. I think. Oh, I just hate when you start getting the rubbish pop up on people's feeds. Let's have a look. Oh, where are you? I'm
Hello?
sure it's there. I'm not sure it's there. No, it's not there. Always disappears after you.
Never were you, yeah.
You know when you try and look for it, you know when you remember something, and then it's okay. I think I'm gonna find it now. There we go. It's behind you. Let me show quickly. What I'll do is I'll take that so that people don't thingy. I'll go here and open it up. Then people. Okay, ready? I'll show you
Yeah.
quickly. Because it was just so cool. And it looks like you've got a lightsaber when you've got a torch.
Yeah.
Where are we? There it is. Come on. Look at that. Is that not cool or what?
It's not showing up on my screen at the moment. Oh, yeah! That's hilarious.
Because you've got the torch there, and it also got like a lightsaber thing. And the ninja
Yeah.
behind you is looking directly into the camera. That's like, and I tried tagging, but all I could get was stupid stuff. You know, like ninja games and stuff.
Oh, yeah,
I was
yeah.
like,
You was like, I just want to write ninja, yeah.
yeah, I was just like, well, right, ninja. Can people just leave it to ninja? Because that was awesome. What a great costume. But yeah, there you go.
That's funny. But yeah, you showed that. I did. They had the Sci-Fi Channel. They had their 360 fan cam
Oh, I
there.
saw that.
Oh, did you? Did you see Donna's one?
I saw Donis. I saw James.
Oh yeah, you saw Jane's. Oh,
Yeah,
she
I
shared
saw
hers
both
one.
of them. I saw both of them.
Yeah.
Did you do one?
Yes.
Like, well, I've been waiting for that one.
Do you want to see it? I'll share it on
All
the
right.
thing.
Okay. Because I've been
Yeah.
stalking your freeze pages, waiting for pictures to pop up.
Yeah, I was gonna. I have been meaning to get around to uploading. I didn't really take that many pictures, like generally.
Yeah.
I didn't have my camera to hand, so any pictures I took were really on my phone, and my phone doesn't take
Yeah.
particularly good pictures.
Yeah. I will say this: Donna's this outfit was really good.
Was it amazing? She handmade that, so.
I got to be honest. I was looking at that picture. I was like, wow, that is a really well done costume. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh,
Just frozen. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah. Wait, can you see my screen?
Oh, it's loading, I think.
Oh.
Oh, there we go. I shall zoom in on it by clicking. Yeah. There we go.
Oh. Sorry, my finger's been a bit.
The amount of people looking though when these happen is incredible.
Yeah. Oh, there was a long queue as well. It was like. Oh.
Oh, someone's trying to get Pearl to vote for him now.
No, yeah. Yeah.
Oh.
Oh. No.
Oh, here we go.
Hang on. My computer's been a bit funny.
Oh, nice.
Oh, it's going backwards. Hang on. Shit. It's going the wrong way. But...
So were these free to do?
Yeah, it was free to do.
That's awesome.
Anyway, I'll stop sharing. So yeah, you get I'm waiting for Jane to send me the link so I can have it saved. But yeah, and you can freeze it and take, like save the images or something. So
yeah. Baby Tracy says, "Come on."
Okay.
Come on what? That just sounded bad, didn't it? Come on what?
But you know what? It was really nice because they got everybody to applaud. That was outside. They got everybody to applaud the person that had done their bit and everything.
Awesome.
So it was a lot of fun. You got to chat with other cosplayers there and stuff, and it was a nice atmosphere, kind of. It was a nice break from the nastiness that was kind of a lot of everywhere else.
Well, I was watching a lot of videos of who uploaded to see if I could see any of you guys in the background.
Yeah.
Because that's what some boy in another country who's stalking people does.
Yeah, it's completely stalking. Yeah.
Right. But I watched some of Pearl's videos. Some people make really shit videos.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that was, I had them in the queue, right?
Yeah.
Then they had them. Then they were in the place, right?
Right.
Yeah, they didn't record everything, but them standing in front of a standee, talking about nothing. I was like, I won't watch this for that.
See, this is why I didn't really do any videoing, because I was just like, it's not worth it, because, like, once you're in the crowd, there are so many people. I'm very conscious. I don't want to, especially like, as a YouTuber, I know when I'm uploading this to YouTube, I don't want to be videoing random people kind of thing, because, you could get in trouble or something. But I'm just very conscious, because I know I'd be a bit wary of it, somebody getting their camera in your face kind of thing.
Yeah.
So I'm always trying to keep the camera high or stuff like that, and it's just really, really difficult to do it in that situation, especially like for me using the 2 sticks. So, but I wouldn't just film just standing there, because you can't do it around the celebrities anyway, so it's not worth doing it,
Well, I think my cousin said he met Sharon Fenn.
Yeah, I got a funny story about that. But go on,
and he was talking to her for about 20 minutes.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and she was going, oh, this is poorly organised. She was going on about how it's a fire hazard, how this never happens in America, and about how this was one of the best. And she was totally dissing the event.
Really?
And I said to him, well, that's a bit tacky because you're not supposed to do that, right?
Yeah.
I said, it's amazing that she did that because that's incredible. I'd love to have got that on the phone and put it on YouTube. You know what I mean? But he was talking to her for like 20 minutes and she was going on about, and last time she didn't make us because she couldn't find her passport.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Yeah, it was something about how she'd moved or something and she couldn't find her passport. And that's why she cancelled last time.
Yeah. Yeah, she had cancelled before, yeah.
So that was kind of interesting.
Yeah. I wanted to meet her. I unfortunately had to. I couldn't have her on my autograph list. But I did have a photo shoot with her. And I went in for the photo shoot, and she was like, "Oh, I love your hair. That's amazing color. I wish I could get my hair that color." And she actually like brushed touched my hair, like stroked my hair. I was like, "Okay, boundaries, woman." Seriously. I was
Well,
just like, "You don't have to touch the hair to see the color."
well, from what Mark told me, my cousin, she seemed like a type of person that was very easygoing.
Yeah, she did
Um,
seem really nice in the 2 seconds that I had with her in the photo shoot.
she
But
didn't seem like somebody who was uptight. Like she felt like the type of person that would touch you, would hug you, talk to you, and be
yeah,
open.
yeah,
Which I think
yeah,
is
yeah.
nice, but at the same time, if you're not used to it, it can really creep you out.
It was it was friendly. It was nice in a friendly kind of way. But at the same time, it just caught me off guard because it wasn't just like a light touch or that. It was a proper kind of like that kind of stroking kind of.
Well, you would have been worried if she'd have gone like this at the same time.
I wish I could get my hair that color. I'm like, should I stand with her and have a long talk on how to get hair colors? It's just like she probably dyes hers as it is because
Well, the
hers is
thing is,
black. So
I love people like Kenny Baker and all them because they were in bit parts. And now
yeah,
that Star Wars and things like Twin Peaks come back, these people are getting people to see them more, giving them more money because it's like,
yeah,
wow, it's back. You know what I
yeah,
mean?
yeah,
So
exactly.
I feel good for like Shane Fenn because she has done stuff. But I mean, Twin Peaks is back. It's like the X-Files thing. People will want
Yeah,
to see her more because they'll be like, so something new's happening. I need to talk to this person, see if I can get any information.
yeah, exactly. That was like I said, I really wanted to meet her. I really wanted to get her autograph, but my budget just did not stretch at all. So she was unfortunately one of the people I
I
had to
heard,
miss.
I heard that everybody in there was tired. My cousin said he met Hayley Atwell
Yeah,
on Sunday, and she was a miserable, disgusting wreck. From
really.
whatever, yeah. He said he met her on the Sunday, and he got an autograph, and she said, "What's your name?" He went, "Mark." She put Hayley Atwell, Mark, and put that on the thing, and didn't even look at him.
Really?
And in the photo shoot,
Oh.
she just looked really tired and was really like,
You know what? The funny thing is, because again, she was another person that I had to cut. I prioritized, and I went through like my list of people that I wanted to get. I really looked at like how much stuff I knew each person from, kind of thing. And if I only knew them from a couple of things, then that unless they were really important things, then I had to say I'm sorry, I'm not
yeah,
doing, going to that person. And she was one of the people, and I've just seen the first episode of Agent Carter has just aired here in the UK, and I wasn't that blown away, and I was happy for her because it's nice that it's somebody from the actual movie universe now doing it in the TV universe. And I mean, we've talked about that, before. That usually they're separate things, aren't they?
yeah.
But it was nice that.
Well,
Uh,
well, she's in the new Ant-Man as well.
oh, is she?
Yeah, that's what my cousin said anyway.
Ah. Well, I couldn't get her autograph, but I went in for a photo shoot. And I went in and I was in my Scully costume. And they were going up to everybody that were like, "Oh, if you have a gun, we need to check it." And they took my gun off me and like were checking it wasn't loaded, this, that, and the other. Actually fired it, cocked it and everything and fired it. It was funny to see this bodyguard like point this gun up at the air and fire it. I was just like,
Was it a
and then,
full-on bodyguard?
yeah, and he even then took out the clip and said, "We're going to have to take this off you for the duration, until you get out of the photo
What?
shoot area." Yeah, and they actually handed it over to a crew member to like. I was like, bloody hell, what did I think? And this did not happen. And I mean, this did not even happen at Sigourney Weaver or Michael J. Fox's one. Only for Hayley Atwell did they do this.
She's not that big.
No, I know, that's what confused me. I was like, I'm sorry, I've been through much bigger people's like photo shoots. never had this happen. And they were checking every single prop. You know, anybody that was in costume or had toys and stuff like that, they were checking every single one.
Wow.
So yeah, it was kind of insane for her. So I can't say though that I really encountered anybody that was really off or tired. Everybody I met was quite friendly. Michael Gambon was he mumbled a lot. I couldn't understand barely what he was saying when I got his autograph. Because I tried talking to it. It could just be it was loud. I have slight hearing loss and that. But I asked him a question. Mind you, even Donna agreed because I asked him something and he was just like, and the crew member was like, he's a killer. And I'm like, I have no idea what he said.
Oh dear, he might have said something. He might have cracked a terrible joke.
I know. But everybody I encountered was really nice. So I don't know what the deal was with your cousin, but I got 12 autographs, and like I say, I don't think I can't say anybody stood out really as particularly moody or that.
Yeah. Well, it might have been the different times of the day.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I met Rose Leslie, who's Ygritte in Game of Thrones, and she's in Downton Abbey and that. And I had a good laugh with her because I said I'd seen the Game of Thrones bloopers recently. And I was joking about how saying, you know nothing, Jon Snow, does not sound right in her normal, very posh accent.
Yeah.
And she was like, yeah, it does sound pretty shitty, doesn't it, in my voice? I was like, that was so funny. So she was really nice, and that was at the end of the day. So I thought she might have been a bit, Yeah. I think the real star, though, was easily Michael J. Fox, because he was a total trooper for the whole weekend to have gotten through what he did and that. So,
when I watched the video of him, and he was shaking everything.
Yeah.
All I care for is this guy's an inspiration.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think he did all that for his charity?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, he was there both days, and I got a DeLorean photo shoot with him near the end of the day on Sunday, and he was still going strong, and it was an absolute inspiration to,
I was like, he's probably made a killing for his charity, because I'm sure they probably sold over 1,000 tickets each day for him. Easily.
Yeah. So, well, I tell you, the Diamond Passes alone, I was a bit bothered by the Diamond Passes, because they sold Diamond Passes for quite a number of the guests. And certainly for Michael J. Fox, I remember them they were calling up the numbers for the photo shoots. And they were like, Diamond Pass, like, so-and-so to 400. I was just like, excuse me, you sold how many Diamond Passes?
Bloody hell.
So I was lucky I got in at all on that, because it was a bit ridiculous. So.
Well, I mean, my cousin got his picture with him.
Yeah.
And he said,
he did?
He said it was really, really an incredible feeling.
Yeah, yeah.
And he said that it was like being with a hero.
Yeah.
And he said he was shaking a bit, and but you could tell that he was so focused.
Yes.
You know? And you can tell that he's one of those people that, even though he has an illness, he doesn't let it get to him.
No,
and he just goes through it. Especially the fact that he's doing it all for charity as well.
Yeah.
That shows even more how less selfish he is compared to a lot of people that were actually there.
They would just go, exactly. Yeah, exactly. There's the people that are just like, oh, I'm just here for the money or whatever, like for themselves. But he was there for charity, and he did so much. I mean, because they brought in a chair for him and that, and I mean, I've said, like people like William Shatner and that, that you're only going to get a short time with and that. But he was, so, I said, hi, thank you so much for being here. You only have a second to say something when you're at that photo shoot. And I said, thank you so much for, and he was like, hello, and then he thanked me, as I let,
He spanked you?
Yeah, thanked me. He was like, thank you.
I was like,
if only. If only. But, he said thank you, and that he was grateful. And I think for him to show that gratitude to people for being there, when actually we were all grateful for him being there, was meant a big deal kind of thing. So.
Well, my cousin said when he saw him, the woman in front of him asked him to marry her. But he just went like this. And just was like, like, thank you, kind of, you know what I mean? But was like, you know what I mean? So
I
that
know
was quite
Donna
fun.
said, she said, can't thank you enough. Or I don't remember what she said, but she said he looked at her briefly, and apparently they had to like retake the picture because I think he'd looked around just as they took the picture or something. So it was nice that he was showing attention to the fans as opposed to just sat there and like through, kind of thing.
I'm
So
looking forward to seeing the pictures up online, see just how many were each day,
yeah, yeah, just to see the numbers
you
because.
know? But my
I think
but
no, the DeLorean one was a bit more rushed. It was a lot more rushed because you were expected to kneel down beside the DeLorean, and he was sat in it, and they just gave you no time to like smile or anything because they were literally you'd get down and then get back up again. Um, there was no
because
like, there wasn't even a 3, 2, 1 countdown. It was just like go, go.
because Mark said the pictures now are instantaneous, but you get them immediately.
Yeah, as soon as you come out, they're printed out. Yeah, yeah.
I mean, that's a lot better than their old system.
God, the old 2 hour system where they would send them off to Boots and come back with them. Because at least then you're able to check them. If you've got
Yeah,
any problems with you like, say, like if I blink or something like that, it's nice to then go, oh, there's a problem there. Go back to the queue and have it retaken, kind of thing, as opposed to it coming back being shit and you've got no chance, for
yeah.
another opportunity. But Carice Van Houten from Game of Thrones, I got her photo shoot, and I was gonna get her. This is so funny. Turned out on Sunday she wasn't there,
I know.
um, and I was like, oh, I was gonna get her autograph, this, that, and the other. Forgot that I'd actually not had to cross her off my list of autographs, but she was really sick apparently,
Well,
so she didn't make it on Sunday. And I
my
said, this is why I tell people to get it on the first day if you can.
my cousin went on a Sunday to see her
Oh, really? Oh,
because
God.
he was a big fan of hers from movies, not Game of Thrones.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Because he doesn't watch Game of Thrones. He was like, I'm
No.
a big fan of hers. He's got nearly every one of her movies. All right.
All right, yeah.
This is kind of like one of these, people.
Yeah.
Well, we
Has
got
he got
there, and
foreign movies then, or
what's that?
has he got foreign movies then,
Yeah,
or
it's got more. That's
yeah?
how he knows her. He didn't know she was in Game of Thrones,
Ah,
so I told him.
yeah, yeah.
So he was a big fan. He was like, on a Sunday, that's something I really, really want to see.
Oh, God.
And then we found out she wasn't there. He broke down in tears because he was like, this is somebody I'm never going to get to meet. Because
Yeah.
because it's like I said to him, so the only reason she's probably there is because of the Game of Thrones.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
know?
think that's probably why, because I think that's why she's not really been invited before. She will more than likely get invited back. So
I reckon if they do, it'll probably be next year.
yeah, yeah, I'd be surprised because she
I'm,
was going to be at Milton Keynes originally, and then she had to reschedule to LFCC. So
I think honestly, I think a lot of people there who didn't go the second day just were like, screw it, I'm not going.
yeah,
You know, for whatever reason.
yeah,
You know, but he was gutted about it, and because he was gutted about Malcolm McDowell cancelling as well.
yeah. Malcolm McDowell counts Thursday or something, Wednesday, Thursday. There were a good number of people that actually cancelled, like very last minute. So, but they still had a lot of people there. So, but you saw on Facebook, I got my mugs.
Yes.
Uh,
Ooh. What were they like? Were they like buy two get them for a certain price?
they were like £10 each or two for 17.50.
Oh, that's not
So
bad. I like that they're black inside as well.
yeah,
Nice
so
quality.
just nice design kind of thing. So, but the other thing I got, which you'll be proud of, is
What's this?
couldn't get from number one, but
Oh, nice. That's not bad,
uh,
actually.
5 and 6 for £5 each.
That's not bad.
So I looked online and they're like £9 something. So they were doing them. This was on the Friday, Jane asks, she was after number one, and they were doing all their comics at 50% off, and these were mispriced. That's why we didn't get them for 350. But even though he was just bullshitting us. But they didn't have number one. They had 4, 5, and 6, and Jane asked for number 4, and put them back. I said, "Oh, I'll have 5 and 6." I thought a tenner for 2 is not bad. So I thought starts the collection at least. If I can get them cheap, then I might as well get them while I can. So
it's funny you say that because I went into the comic store.
Oh yeah.
And they had the X-Files season 10 comics in a bundle of 5 issues for $8.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, I said to Don that. I said, if they've got the first ones, I'll pick them up.
Yeah.
Right? And give it a go.
Yeah.
Right? Nope. In them they had 11, 15, 12, and 3 in the thing together. And I was like, I ain't doing that.
No, yeah, exactly.
I was like, that's not too bad because it's close to the beginning.
Yeah.
But I'm saying I'm not gonna. If I'm gonna start saying what I've never read or that,
no, you're not gonna go like eat, and and
but I'm
like
glad to pick them up. So you're gonna start collecting them then?
Well, I've been trying to get like the trade collections before.
Yeah.
But I was debating it because they were like £50 for the big thick books, and I knew that the binds would go really easily on those. So, but the fact I managed to get the graphic kind of the thinner issues kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'll probably get them individually like that kind of. I know there's a lot to get that way, but it's going to work out.
Makes it more fun. You get fresh covers as well.
Yeah, exactly, and it's just going to be easier to keep, especially because I can put them in the long box that I've got for my other stuff. So, but the best bit about that stall.
Yeah.
Sorry, you were going to say.
No, go on. Best bit about the stall.
Best bit about that stall is I asked them at the time because I have been after for some time the backing boards because when I subscribed to the Exiles comics with Forbidden Planet. They send you the issue, but they don't come with the backing board.
I think that's shit.
Yeah, exactly. So I went looking around, but they're really expensive for like backing boards, kind of thing. So I was like, oh, balls. So in Milton Keynes, I asked if they had backing boards at a couple of the comic places. They were like, no, we haven't got them with us today. I was like, they were like, come to our website. Well, I mentioned to you before, I tried looking and they were extortionate amounts to get them posted kind of thing. So I asked at this stall that was selling the comics on Friday and they said, no, we haven't got any, but we've got some second-hand ones that you can have for free. And they gave me a pile of like 25 boards.
Nice.
For free. So I was so happy with that. So.
Nice. That's exactly what you needed. Considering the Exiles comics are like what, 20?
25.
25. There you go. You got it perfect.
Oh, I got exactly. Yeah, exactly. So I met Kelly Hugh.
Oh yeah.
They wouldn't let us do posed pictures at the table. But so I got Malk Ted in my photo shoot.
That's awesome.
So sorry, that was the closest I could get.
That's nice. It looks like he's just standing there himself.
But I did tell her about you,
and
it's so funny because we explained then about Malk. I said so we were joking about how Malk Ted was the closest to you being there, to be there, to see me at. And so when I went in for the photo shoot a little later, she saw that I was holding. She was like, "Oh, it's that guy." I was like, that's so funny.
Oh dear. Another one for the collection.
Yes. So
that's awesome.
But it's so funny because Sigourney Weaver was wearing these like 7-inch heels for her photo shoot. And you could see she looked like she was struggling a bit because she was like, like going from one foot to the trying to support herself kind of thing on them. And when I went up, she like put her arm out. It looked like she was trying to keep me at a little distance so I didn't topple her over or something.
Oh dear.
And it's so funny because everybody's going, she's so tall. It's like, that's because she's wearing heels. I'd be tall if I wore heels.
Yeah. What are those things called? What are those things that they have at the circus with those big, massive stick things they stand on?
Oh, what, like stilts?
Stilts,
Yeah,
that's it. That's what
yeah,
that's probably what it looked like.
yeah. It was pretty much.
7 inch. Oh, maybe she's really
I'm
tiny then.
not saying it was 7 inch, but it was that kind of really high kind of stilettos, if you know what I
I
mean.
have no
So
idea why people do that. To me, it's like,
that's torture in my.
yeah.
But yeah, it was manic and that. But I was so happy with who I got to meet and that. So, it's taking the good with the bad. There was a lot of bad, and you know, I'm happy showmasters are, growing in that. I'm happy that, that's obviously that they're not being taken as just some silly little show anymore. But at the same time, I think they're losing a lot of their charm that they had with being that intimate. Like,
The way I see it is they've gone big too quick.
yes.
Like
They
I said,
keep trying to compare themselves with San Diego now, and it's like, don't do that, please.
like I said to my cousin yesterday, I said the problem is now you're losing what Comic Con was originally about.
Yeah.
Comic Con was originally about geeky people getting together and having a good time. And now it's about families just going there because it's on.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
people going there because they liked Big Bang Theory, you know.
Yeah.
And you get people there that are great to see, but at the same time, it's not what Comic Con was originally about.
No, exactly.
And it's kind of gone from this beautiful geekdom fandom thing of going to now being too big, full of a whole lot of people that shouldn't be there really, who now
Yeah.
go there because it's the thing to do,
Yeah, that is the thing, yeah.
and it takes away from the experience. If you went there 3 years ago, you would have been pushed out the way you would have been in that lift.
Yeah,
Now,
exactly.
because you got people that have no idea what it's like to band together and enjoy something, it's see ya, you're out the door.
And I think that's why, say, the queue at the Sci-Fi Fan Cam was so different to anywhere else in that hole, because when you're with the cosplayers, I felt like I was with actual people that were just fans, if you know what I mean, as opposed to people that were there just for the sake of being there, kind of thing.
Before Alan started dressing up in cosplay, my cousin's friend Alan.
Yeah, yeah.
I used to put cosplayers down all the time. I used to say they're all attention-seeking whores, and I hate them to bits because they're all like, "Look at me, right?"
Yeah.
He started doing it, and I still felt the same way about it, but I had more of an appreciation to it because I was like, you know what? There's nothing wrong with dressing up as who you like,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
now I feel like those people are the people that should be there. They're the people that actually are of that kind of generation.
Yeah, exactly.
And it annoys me now because I think about all these people that turn up and they go, "Oh yeah, I'm just going because I want to say, let's say, Malcolm McDowell, right?"
Yeah.
It's not about the thing, and the prices there are ridiculous.
Yeah.
It's just sad now because when I first went, it was the most brilliant thing in the world. In the queue, you had all these people dressed up. You had all these people going, "Oh, I can't wait to meet this person. Oh, I love them." I remember when I met Phil from Charms. I remember them later.
Oh yeah.
Marie Combs and that.
Yeah.
When I went there was a couple of people I went, "Oh, I'm doing Charms."
Holly and the other guy, yeah.
Yeah, Brian Claus.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They were like, "Oh, I love doing Charms, but I love them in this other stuff too. Oh, I've got a shirt on. Oh, I'm gonna pass out when I see them." And I was like, sad. Now I'm like, I wish I heard that again.
Yeah, exactly. But I think the problem is you get all these people now as well that go just to then sell the autographs on eBay.
Yeah, that's the thing. That's that as well. And I hate people like that because they're the people that take away from people like you and me who enjoy it for real reasons.
Yeah.
You get people going to the town who's going to carve 20 autographs.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
Well, the problem is, and I know this is something they've said on the forum, is that they're aware as well of people hoarding up tickets to sell on eBay for like twice the price and everything. And they're like, we really want to try and address this situation. I said, and I'm like, it's not fair on the true fans that are trying to, do whatever they can to get those photo shoots, kind of thing.
well, I know what I'm doing next year. I'm buying tickets and putting them on eBay. But no, seriously, I don't. Did the tickets have your name on them?
It says who it was bought by. Yeah, the
No.
e-ticket, they did this awful system this year. I take it your cousin probably knows. Of these tickets that you'd have to print out yourself.
Yeah.
And this was so stupid because you'd pay. It said, oh, it's this much for each person, this and the other. You'd get to checkout, and it would go, you must add e-validation, which is £2.50. Now, £2.50 you would used to pay for postage and office thing for them to send the tickets to you, and they were like these cardboard style tickets and that. No, now you have to use your own printer ink and paper to print out your own tickets that then get scanned. And I'm like, I'm sorry, why am I now? I have used up my whole ink, printed out all my tickets and Jane's tickets and that. And I'm just like, well, I'm sorry, I'm not going to get that ink back,
Well, I'm sorry, but that's your fault for buying too many. So I'm going to blame you for that one, not them.
Very, very, very true. But I'm just saying, as an I didn't mind paying that $2.50 extra for administration. But how lazy in that?
I missed the coloured tickets come in the post. One of the highlights was getting them and going, oh yeah, I've got
tickets.
Yeah, exactly. You'd get them all in the post. You'd be like, yes, 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 yes.
Yeah.
With paper, you're like, it could get ripped. It could. What if it rained and their tickets got ruined?
Oh yeah, exactly.
It's way of being cheap.
I know, you'd be screwed. But yeah, that is the thing. It's just the fact that you have to print out your own tickets now is just awful.
My cousin, he cried. He said it wasn't the same without me being there.
Oh.
Yeah, he said, you don't think I miss you? And he was like, and all this. It's really nice to hear,
Yeah.
We went 4 years in a row together, so it's kind of...
It's your tradition kind of thing.
Yeah, I said to him, hopefully we'll go to the next one.
Well, Jane was saying that, she's all like, oh, I'm going to have to cut back on what I do and stuff. I'm like, okay. So it's kind of, she was like, oh, it's getting too much. And I think the problem is we were all doing different stuff, and she didn't like that we were all off doing different stuff. So.
But that's the thing with Comic Con. Me and my cousin, we'd go every year, and we'd always end up separated for half of it.
Yeah, exactly. You can go with friends, but it's that whole meeting every now and then and stuff like that that makes it the fun. Because then you come back together and go, oh my God, look at what I got, kind of thing.
Meeting up in the middle, high-fiving, see you later, buds. As you go by. Then walking along again, getting things done, sitting down and having something to eat out of the back of a backpack like a bowl. Right, talking, then moving on to your next thing.
Yeah.
That's what it's like when you're with your friends. If you're walking away with your friends continuously the whole time, you're going to get bored because they're getting pictures and you're not.
Yeah, exactly. Well, you end up getting stressed because then you're just there for them kind of thing. I mean, I wouldn't want somebody only there just to drag around with me, kind of thing. In the same way, I wouldn't want to just drag around with them kind of thing. So...
the first year we went, my cousin got us to go there at 5 a.m. in the morning. Right, the first year we went in 2011. And I think it was 2011, yeah. And we went, we got there at 5 a.m. and I was like, oh, because he wanted to see people.
Yeah.
Well, the year after that, when I said to him, oh, I've got to go early because I'm seeing lots of people, he went, I'm going to get there about 11. And I was like, yeah, so that used to annoy me, but it was one of those things we did every year together, and it kind of felt. I mean, I was sitting here the whole weekend really depressed because I was like,
You
I
miss
was,
being there, not being there, kind of thing.
I was like, I would have hated it from what I heard, but at the same time, I love being there because it's something that I love doing, you know?
I know that's the bizarrest thing about it, and I think this one particularly has evoked so many different like feelings about it because there was a lot of negative, but at the same time, who got to me and the experiences had, it's leveling it up, if you know what I mean. I
Yeah.
mean, these things are always stressful with the whole queuing systems and everything like that, but it is, I guess it is all part of the experience that you just have to take for, part and
Well,
package of the whole thing.
I think it's hard when you've got multiple people together
Yeah,
because when I went with Mark and his friend Alan before we got
yeah,
married and was into the
yeah.
cosplay really big, this was the point where he was dressing up as a Jedi,
All
right?
right.
When
Yeah,
he was just a simple cosplayer, let's put it that way.
yeah,
Now, incredible. You probably even saw him there,
yeah,
right?
probably. But you
But
so many Jedi's.
no, he didn't go as Jedi. He went as Sweeney Todd,
All right. Yeah,
and he was with his wife. But
yeah,
this year, anyway. But what I mean
yeah,
is, at the time, he was a Jedi, and we used to
yeah,
walk around together, and it was so funny because you can't. You feel like it's just sound weird, but when there's three of you, there's hard communication.
yeah,
Especially
yeah.
like till you'll go off somewhere and leave the other one, then the other one tries to catch up, and then that one's on their own, so the other one's off, and you kind of get lost with each other. And it's kind of a lot harder to focus on. You know what I mean?
Also,
So
you can't hear your phone going off and stuff like that, so it's not even as if you can just call each other, kind of thing.
yeah,
So,
that's why I always put mine on vibrate. I always put it on vibrate, and I always put it in my underwear because that way I definitely know it's happening. All right. The worst part is when you bump into people and they feel it vibrating. That's the worst
oh
part.
god.
Because then they're like, "Oh, I say," and you're like, but
Mine
it,
doesn't vibrate that hard, and that sounds so wrong. I'm sorry.
now we know that you tried to find out. But anyway, we found out a secret about you now.
Oh
Um,
no.
but anyway,
But mine doesn't. Just honestly. But mine doesn't. But so it's really difficult to like keep in touch with people that way. To kind of.
mm,
But
well, my cousin would call me and I'd go, hello, and he'd go, where are you? And I'd go, I'm at the back, and I'd actually be down the chip shop eating chips. Right? Going, I'm not going to let
yeah,
them know I'm down here because I don't want them to leave.
yeah.
Because I'd always leave. I was caught. I'd leave, go down the road, and have like kebab and chips at the shop for like £4. Right? And
Yeah,
no one else would be in there. It was only round the corner, and no one else would be in there from Comic Con. I just think, wow, people really do waste money.
yeah.
Right? And then I'd walk back up. I'd go back in and he'd go, where were you? And I'd go, oh, I was over here looking at this. Really? Because I went by there. Yeah, you must have missed me. Why have you got tomato ketchup on your face? Yeah, it's not tomato ketchup.
It's not. It's yeah.
Some cosplayer bumped into me and must have put something on me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he was quite miserable with it, and he reckons he might not go again.
Oh, really?
There's a lot of people he knew who went. Like people you know who you just bump into,
Yeah.
didn't bother going.
Yeah.
But I know if I was in England next year, I'd jump at the chance to go. So it's like,
It wasn't. You know what? It wasn't to the situation. It wasn't to the point of like most. I mean, there were a few problems with crew members on the Friday. Just trying to find out where stuff was. Like you'd ask them, they'd be like, I don't know, don't know. But I mean, a lot of them were still, like newbie crew members, so couldn't really, they were all new learning and stuff like
they
that.
were wrong.
And
I
um, what
not
was
to
that?
cut in a minute,
No,
but the thing that annoyed me, from what I heard, was none of them had the proper training. They were
yeah,
all people that had no idea. Like Mark said, someone, where's Sharon Fenn? And they went, who? At
yeah,
an event like that, you should know exactly who that person is.
yeah. I asked somebody. I was like, where is James Tolkien? And they were like, I don't know. You're just saying. And they should have like maps of where the individual guests are or stuff, like
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Well, it was. I remember the first year when they get those things were given for free. You don't get that at all now.
No, exactly.
Was Ammo Video there?
I don't know. I don't remember seeing them. I didn't really. There was so many stalls. The problem is because of the extra space. They had like twice as many stalls there.
Oh,
It was ridiculous.
do you know that would have been the stalls are my heaven when I'm there
Yeah,
because they're the things that cut your time. They're the things where you find things that you go, I want to find that anywhere else.
yeah. But there was
Because
so much floor space. You end up walking up and down, and that's fine if that's all you're there for. But it killed my feet just on Friday alone. So
what you need is next time you do to hire all these hunky men with lotion on their bodies and
yeah,
carrying you on their shoulders on one of those big chair things.
yeah. And one of those big chair things.
Then you can say that's your cosplay, and yet you can still
I'll
move around. You
dress as
see?
Cleopatra, kind
Yeah,
of thing or
and you can
something.
say that's my cosplay, and people would have to get you away because these hunky, muscular men with six packs will be pulling you along.
Exactly. So,
We'll have to
oh,
plan
it
it
was
next
just.
time now.
But you know what? It wasn't so bad. The crew members weren't rude. There was no real nastiness from like the people running the thing. I
Hmm.
think the problem was really from. I mean, the general public were probably easily the worst like
Yeah, it's
experience.
always that way.
Um, I think the problem is something they've really not considered as because it's a business now more than anything. They look at how many people they can get in, and that's all that matters. And unfortunately, as a result, they need the bigger venue. And I guess really the main problem was the layout. I think they should have had one floor for the stalls, one for photo shoots, one for signings or
And
something.
one for the little boy down the road.
Or even if they'd had like one for the signings and photo shoot areas, at least to make it easier to move around, kind of thing.
This reminds me of Bar Shape. It should seem like Bar Comic
Yeah,
Con. One
yeah,
for
yeah.
the
Come
first
on,
floor,
come
one
on.
for the
Yeah,
second floor, and one for the third floor. That'd be awesome.
at least make it more easier to move around because it was just
Well, I
ridiculous.
heard the best floor was the one that had the gaming on it because no one was there.
Oh, it was so nice and airy up there. It was ridiculous. You know what? I really wanted to go up to the gaming one because they had the young authors literature there on the same floor, on the second floor, and I wanted to go up and play on some games, but I really didn't have any time. So
So that's because you push yourself to think you need to cut down on Pill just to game because you won't be able to game any
I
other
know.
time. Can you imagine that?
Well,
Can you imagine going in your having a vlog going, I went to Comic Con and I gamed the whole
yeah, can
time.
you imagine? Yeah, I went there. I had all this opportunity to do stuff I would never do, and I sat there playing on a PlayStation.
I was playing PlayStation with Malk online.
Yeah, we were
Comic
chatting
Con.
on PSN. Yeah,
Imagine that. Imagine how people would have been like, what?
yeah,
Because I was hoping my cousin would Skype me and talk to me on his phone
right,
because
yeah.
that's what I did with James last year.
Last year, yeah, yeah,
So it would have
exactly, yeah.
been funny if Mark had done that with me this year because it'd have been kind of like a following through, wouldn't it?
Yeah,
Kind of thing.
following through. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
So weird.
Oh,
It's
dear.
funny. The thing is, the way I see it is, Comic Con is a pain in the ass. It's something that I love doing because it's that geek in me, would want to go and see it, would want to go and do it, and just because, and then there's a point would be there, and I'd be like, oh, I really don't like these people. These people get on my nerves. But I would have jumped at the chance to meet someone like Kelly Kyo. I'd have gone like that, if I'd been living in England, just to meet
Yeah,
her.
yeah, yeah,
And
exactly.
she still looks as beautiful as she did in martial law,
Yeah,
you
she
know.
does still look really young, kind of thing. So,
But I've noticed Asian women do have that if they do take care of themselves properly,
yeah,
you know. But there were some good people. There were some people that I would have met and and it kind of was sensitive about a one that didn't go. But then at the same time, if I'd have gone, I'd have wanted to go and have money there at the time.
yeah, that is the thing because it's that kind of thing where, like I say, I mean, I'm happy with who I met and that, but there are a lot of autographs that I had to miss out on that I'm kind of sad I didn't get because, like you say,
Yeah.
even talking to some people, it's like Sherry Lynn Fenn, I would have loved to have chatted with her at length, but I just couldn't afford it. So it is. But the problem is for me is it just happened too close after Milton Keynes.
Well, you know what you might have to do, didn't you? Next time you might have to decide what one's more important.
Yeah, oh no, exactly. That is the thing.
And
It was
that's the
the problem is, was I left buying my photo shoots until quite late for Comic Con, and I shouldn't have done that. I wouldn't normally do it, but it just I don't know what happened this
I
year. It
think
was just a
I
bit.
think the problem is when you're like you are, when you're like a kind of a vet, you know, at
Yeah,
going to these places, and it's like this is like one of your main hobbies, you know,
yeah,
and
yeah,
it's a big part of your life because it's that geekdom, it's that fan stuff, you know,
yeah,
and me myself, I think if I could, and I could have gone around all these places, I would have done that in a heartbeat myself because there's so many people and so many great memories you can have by meeting people. But it's like,
yeah,
wow, you know,
yeah.
because I was reading up, somebody put online about are people that pay for this stuff mugs? Are they being conned? You
Oh,
know?
yeah,
And like I said, I replied to the thing and I said, yeah, to a degree, I do think it's true. I think some people charge way too much to be seen.
yeah, yeah,
Do I think that it's wrong for people to want to do it? No, because at the end of the day, it's their life. They get to choose what they want to do.
yeah.
If I want to go to a wrestling event and watch wrestling, it costs me 200 quid, and you might not like wrestling, and you might go, why would he waste that money? That's my choice.
But
You know what
yeah,
I mean?
exactly. Yeah,
Because I love wrestling. And
yeah,
that's the way I stick with everything people do. If it's not hurting them, who cares?
exactly.
So I just think that, I think personally, I think what you do is incredible going around these places, you know?
Yeah,
And I think it's incredible. I mean, I only ever went to Comic Con,
yeah,
you
yeah,
know, but I think it's great when you get to go to Milton Keynes, you go to Halloween, and you know, and all that. Because I think it's one of those things that fully opens up your mind to the whole fandom thing. Because not only are you going to these, but you're learning so much more about these people.
yeah. You know, and I'm meeting the celebrity, like you say, learning more about them, getting to know whether they're nice people. You know, like sociable. Yeah, I mean, sometimes they, you know, they could be putting on fronts, but sometimes you can sense whether it's a genuine kind
Yeah,
of wanting to meet the fans or not kind of thing. Um, and you know, it's nice to know if they are nice people to meet in real life. As a, you know, when you see them on screen, you're like, oh, I bet they're amazing to meet, and then you meet them, and it's like, oh, you're a complete dick, you know, or something like that, you
yeah,
know. um, but that's the thing. I mean, because somebody said to, and also, I'm getting to meet other, you know, I don't get to really see people, you know, get out and stuff, and it's nice to interact with people that are the same mind as
think
you,
about it.
kind of thing.
Think about it. You don't get out much, but you get out more than probably a lot of people do to see these people.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's
Yeah,
like
and
the
like I said,
most amazing thing.
I'm getting to chat. I get to chat to complete strangers. I mean, some, you know, it was so funny. Even I met I met James Remar, Dexter's dad in
Yeah.
Dexter. And I asked him to put an X-Files quote on it, and he was like, "Don't you want a Harry one?" And I was like, I said, "I'm sorry." I said, "Just the image of you puking over Robert Patrick is the funniest thing in my little head." Um, and all of a sudden, the crew members started talking to me about the X-Files revival and that, and I'm like, you know, it's nice to get to talk to people. You know,
Well,
you're
James,
talking to such random people.
whenever I think James Remar, I always think of the Warriors,
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
and I always think of all these other films he was in.
yeah,
You know,
yeah,
like Tales from the Dark Side and stuff like that.
yeah,
I
yeah,
rarely ever think of him from Dexter, even though he was big in Dexter. I never
yeah,
ever think of him
exactly. Yeah.
because as great as his character was in it, he was so much better than that. You know what I mean?
No, he's
So I
done
think
so much better work. Yeah,
so
exactly.
I think it's nice that you wanted an X Files thing because it's everything but Dexter.
But Dexter, yeah, exactly. I was just like, no, I don't want it because, like you say, that's the thing. I see him in Dexter, and I'm just like, he doesn't do much. He just stands there, gives some advice, and then that's it. You know, he doesn't really do all that much in
It's
it.
because
So,
he's Dexter's self conscience.
yeah, exactly.
You know, it's like because he taught him. It's like Dexter, you need to be good.
Because he has Harry's Law and everything, doesn't he? So, like you
Yeah.
say, it's yeah.
Dexter, he's
Um,
trying to play with her kids, Dexter. You know what you need to do. I do,
yeah.
Papa. I do. Because they did the word coin, didn't they? They did a Spanish version,
Yes.
and it goes
Yeah.
like this. I can't talk Spanish, but I'm gonna say like the
No.
dad bit. They go like this.
Mm.
So they're like a baba, and you're like, it's just so funny. And it's like, I will baba. You know, it's like okay.
Oh dear.
But it's like I was saying to John on Saturday. I said, if you want to know anything about anything, there's a few things you need to do. One, you go to events about it.
Yeah.
Two, you listen to experts about it. And three, you watch, you listen, and you hear, and you just enjoy everything to do with it.
Yeah.
You know, you don't become an expert at something if you don't do those things.
No. Exactly.
You know? Because me and John were talking about martial arts films, and I basically said, have you seen this one, have you seen that one? And John was saying no. And I said, you need to get these Bay Logan commentaries, because Bay Logan was a Hong Kong cinema expert. And he's one of the most amazing minds I've ever heard in my life.
Yeah.
Right? I was saying, you've got to listen to those commentaries because they will teach you so much.
Yeah.
And that's what I was basically saying to him, because that's one of the most incredible things I ever heard when I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, cool like that. That's someone I'd love to meet Bay Logan. Right?
Yeah.
Most people don't have a clue who that guy is, but I'd love to meet the guy.
Right. Yeah.
You know.
That is but I got asked for one photo shoot while I was in my Scully costume.
Hey!
So that was cool. And I got asked.
Was it a man?
No, it was a woman. So
Oh.
it was so funny though when I was at the sci-fi cam thing. This guy that was like manning the queue, he was like, "Oh, where's your Mulder?" I said, "I can't find him." I said, "You know, I'm looking everywhere." He said, "Is he not calling out for you?" I said, "Yeah, I only answered to Scully," you know, kind of thing. So.
You should have said, "Is at home waiting for me?" Probably in my bedroom. Then you would have got the joke, and he would have been like, "Oh, you know
yeah, exactly." He said, "So if some random guy comes along in a suit, we can team him up with you as your Mulder." I said, "Oh, hello, yeah."
That would have been awesome, wouldn't it? Because imagine if a guy coaching going, "Hey, Scully, it's me, Mulder."
Oh, that would have been amazing.
Why don't we practice? Why don't we practice the kissing scenes in the next revival show?
I am genuinely surprised, considering the whole hype with the X-Files at the moment. I did not see another Mulder or Scully.
I'm surprised, but nobody asked you to record you for the video.
Yeah, I'm really gutted. I didn't get recorded at all either day. So.
Because I was like, come on. I was like, if you wear that outfit, surely they're going to do that because of the whole thing.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not even as if I changed it. I wore the same outfit all day, so there was no point when I wasn't wearing it. So.
Again, this is the problem. This is the problem with the whole, geeky fan thing.
Yeah.
When you go to looks.
Sorry, no, you're gone.
Thing is, it's always, I'm going to dress up as Owen, man. You just tell me that this. Yeah, because I don't understand what real geekdom is. I'm going to do that because that's comics. Well, get a fucking life. You know what I mean? Come on. X-Files, Firefly. I saw these things there. Why weren't they in a video?
Yeah, exactly. There were a good number of... I haven't seen the video yet, but there were a good number of Firefly people there and that. So, because Jane was like, well, why is... Because she saw quite a few of Firefly. And she was like, well, there's nobody from Firefly here. Why are all these people? I said, because you don't have to be dressed as somebody that's there. You could, because like I say, when I said I was going to dress as Scully. Jane was like, well, there's nobody from X-Files there. Why are you doing Scully? And I'm like, because I want to, kind of thing.
Because it's a simple outfit and it looks good.
Yeah, exactly. I only did Doctor Who on Sunday because Donna and her niece were dressed as TARDISes, so it was pretty badass. So it was awesome. So
the costumes were great.
Yeah, they were.
Hey, talk about that, actually. How come Donna's not here today?
She is busy.
Oh, okay.
She did say why. I believe she's speaking with a friend that's so yeah, like Skyping or something.
While doing this, I'll send a message later saying how much I like the costumes.
Yes, I think
because I was going to say it today. She was in the chat.
Yeah.
But I'll say it. I'll send a message later about it.
Yeah.
I'll say this. I liked you in your costume. I'll put it like this, eh? Yeah, Donna. Your costume looks awesome.
I apparently they had a good dozen people asking them for photos. So
What was nice? Did any guy just as doctor go, "Can I enter your TARDIS?" Right, because that's the first thing that popped in my head as soon as I saw the coaster.
as soon as you saw, yeah,
Did
exactly.
nobody say this?
No, as far as I know, but I wasn't with them, so
You're gonna have to remember and ask her that. All right,
yeah.
because I'm not going to say that because it's going to make me sound really weird. But you can say, but I mentioned that, all right? Because I was like,
Yeah, I'll totally say
I
that
was like, I was like, a doctor must have walked up and said, "Hi, can I enter your TARDIS?" Because that would have been fantastic.
As far as I know, though, they did take a lot of pictures with a good number of doctors. So, um, but yeah, no, I only got one photo request on Saturday of Scully, and one I did get a request for my Doctor Who costume photo on Sunday.
Nice.
So yeah, that was pretty cool.
That's
It
always
was,
nice.
yeah, yeah, it is. I mean, I would have liked more as the Scully, I think, because, I looked pretty good in it and everything, and it was so much effort, kind of. Although I didn't have to technically make anything like say like Donna did.
Yeah.
There was still stuff involved in getting it
Well,
together,
you
if you know
know
what I
what?
mean.
I have to be
So
honest. I have to be honest. I really, really think it would have been great if there'd have been a couple of moulders that come to
yeah.
and said, "Let's have some pictures." Because that
Oh
would have been
my
epic,
God,
wouldn't it?
can you imagine? That would have been amazing. I was so gutted that there weren't. But you know what was nice though is it was Donna's niece's first ever convention. And she was so excited and absolutely buzzing and bouncing off the walls afterwards after meeting these people from Doctor Who and Torchwood.
Yeah.
It was so funny. That was all we heard on the drive home, and it was excellent because it was like being back at our first convention kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was like that's how we were after our first encounters. So
Well, from the picture, she looked like she was really happy.
yeah, she was absolutely. So I know she's looking at wanting to go to more. So, but it's nice to see that, that you're kind of passing on, like corrupting other people.
It's true. This is true.
My one real thing that not upset me, but disappointed me was I got my Sigourney Weaver power loader photo shoot, didn't I? And yeah, you can barely see the power loader. It's so disappointing. I knew it would
Seriously?
happen. Yeah, seriously. Do you want to see?
Yeah, go on then.
Let's see if I can find it. It was, you know what? It's happened before with other photo shoots. Like the special ones, where you've ended up barely seeing the thing in the background.
Yeah.
But look at this. Hang on. Spot the power loader.
I see what you mean.
So that's really disappointing.
Is that on a CGI screen?
No, it was an actual power loader there.
Oh, well, that's a shame. But it's a good picture either way.
Well, yeah, it is, but it just would have been nice to be able to see it a bit more.
That's true. The picture should have been longer wise, like that.
Well, it should have been a bit more zoomed out or something,
Don't know what they're doing.
So at least with mind you, you know what? Because I ended up quite happy with my, at least the Michael J. Fox DeLorean was a lot better. You can actually see the
Nice.
DeLorean.
Are you wearing a backpack?
No.
Oh, that's the back of the car. Because I was like,
Yeah.
what's that?
So, but I saw some people's ones, where it was just literally like, like height-wise down,
Yeah.
and you can't see the front of the car. I was like, that would really suck if that was the.
If that happened, I'd be going, I want the picture taken again.
Yeah, exactly. But that was my one just with him.
He looks, he's, in my view, he doesn't look that bad.
He doesn't age.
He looks weird, but he looks tiny. Is he that tiny in reality?
He doesn't age. That is, I mean, he sat up on a seat. So.
Did they say that thing? Did they say touch the seat, but you can't touch him?
They actually didn't get, like, there was nobody going, do not touch him, but I just put my hand on the seat, so. But you know, because when he did the talk, you could see at the beginning. At the beginning, he was quite like, but you could see as the talk went along, he was getting a lot more tired and stuff. So,
Well,
uh,
on the one I watched, he was talking, and you could tell that he was getting to the point where he needed to have a rest.
yes,
You know,
yeah,
because he went from talking to being like, like, and all that. And you can see what I liked about that was Kristen Lloyd was very supportive and was like very nice to him.
yeah,
It felt like they really genuinely cared about each other.
yeah. There
And
was a lot of camaraderie, kind of. Yeah,
I thought that was nice, because it was like they were there to be with him as well as being there.
yeah, exactly.
You
Although
know,
Claudia Wells had a debate with him on stage. And it was kind of funny, but at the same time, it was like, let it go, lady. Because she was going on about somebody asked about. Oh my God, I got a fucking dog rub. Mulder. Um, uh, Claudia Wells was going on about somebody had asked about their favourite bloopers and outtakes from doing the movies. And Claudia Wells was trying to insist. She said to Michael J. Fox, she went, "Oh, do you remember when we were at the premiere?" And he's like, "I wasn't there. I was in London." And she's like, "No, you were there. This, that, and the other." And he's like, "I was in London." And she would not let it go. And she's like, "July 4th, 1985." He's like, "I was in London." And she would not let. And she went on and on. And, I know there was probably a bit of jokiness about it, but at the same time, it was like, let it go,
it's crazy.
She was only in the first movie. That's the best bit about it. It's not even as if she was like in the rest of them, like the rest of it.
Yeah.
But she would not let it. And so a bit later, because then he was telling a story shortly after, and he's like, so when I got back from London and turned around and went to her, which was funny. But later on, I think at the very end of the talk, I think she felt bad because she was like, I just want to explain, I've known Michael since he was like 18 years old and we've never had a falling out. So I just want to, we've never had a debate. So I think she felt a bit bad that people might think that she has a real issue with him. But it
Yeah.
was, but yeah,
Oh,
uh,
since he was 18.
yeah, I know, yeah, exactly. All those years ago.
It's funny because it's like my cousin. My cousin spent a lot of time with me when I was like 6.
Yeah.
And we knew each other pretty well, but then I didn't talk to him for like 15 years, properly.
Yeah.
And we were very close when I was a kid because he was like, what, 14 years older than me. Right?
Mm.
And then we met at my nan's again. We've been best friends ever since.
Oh, really?
It's so weird when you think that person was there when you were a little kid and used to play around with them, and you looked up to them at the time, and then you drift away, and then you end up best friends again in the future. It's so weird, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because now and that time, because that's now you felt go, oh, you know what, I don't want anything to do with him because, but instead we ended up best friends.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's amazing. That's nice. Yeah, it's amazing.
Yeah, it is.
So, But you were saying because you said your cousin didn't get time for the clock photo shoot, did he?
Yeah. Let's see what happens. Basically, he had to run from one part of the building to another.
Yeah.
And he finally got there, and he realised that the tombstone was there instead.
Right. Yeah.
And they said we moved the clock.
Yeah.
And he flipped out, had a little nervous breakdown. Went, this person wasn't here. That person wasn't here. I couldn't get that stuff I wanted.
Oh.
And now the clock's not in. I went, you're freaking out over the clock. He went, no. And I went, you are. And he just really, really lost it.
The prop shoots were at set times, and you just had to be there. And if you didn't fit it in,
I think the problem is my cousin. I think he likes Comic Con, but he likes things to run smoothly. And if he isn't as organised, it's like, for instance, me, when I used to go, I'd have my tickets in order of who I'd see, and I'd have the time.
Yeah, I do that as well. Yeah.
And I would be at each one 2 to 3 minutes before.
Yeah.
Right? Unless obviously there was more time, or if they were going to be busy, I'd make sure I was there, so I was in the queue at a reasonable length.
Yeah.
If I had to go against the shot, I'd tell them straight away, and I'd hopefully be at the front, be gone before it was even time for the next one. I
Well,
won't be
also,
in the
you
queue.
tell the crew member that you've got a clash or something, kind of.
Even though you buy a gold pass to get to the front.
Exactly. But you can tell the crew member, even if you don't have a gold pass, you can tell them that you've got a clash, and then they'll make sure you get through.
I was on the forum last night.
Yeah.
And they were saying about the gold pass wasn't worth it this year.
It wasn't.
And people were very, very angry on the forum. And, at the end of the day, the way I see it is, who gives a line? You were there. You got to do what you wanted to do.
Yeah, exactly.
If you couldn't be bothered to do it properly, that's your fault. Feel like the thing with the lift, that's not your fault. That's people being ignorant. But let's be honest. In today's world, we expect things like that because that's what people are. Mate, I probably would have ended up grabbing the person out and pulling them out and going, yeah, I go in now. You piss off because that's what you do. Right? You know what I mean? Yeah. But what I mean is, I think people expect too much from these things. They always expect it to be like hand done just for them.
Oh, exactly.
And it's not. Yeah, we've got a lot of ignorant people. Hell, it's in London. Come on, you know what I mean?
I think the primary problem this time came from the diamond passes. And you know what? This happened though last year with the whole having so many different pass programs. The comic pass, the silver pass. I think the thing is people thought there was going to be a very, very limited diamond pass number. And there wasn't. Like I say, 400, calling numbers 400 on a diamond pass, it put the gold passes a long way back, kind of thing. And I think that was part of the problem. But like you say, I mean, at the end of the day, I got the most out of it. I didn't really care. Wasn't enough to put me off buying the gold pass in the future. The only thing I would probably say down about it was, the price went up again, didn't it, this year? And it was just over £200, and it was a lot of money because you would usually get autograph packs, and we didn't get that this year at all.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I thought that was on the list of things you got.
No, didn't get that at all. You did get 2 £10 photo shoot tickets.
Yeah, which is shit.
Yeah, exactly. And the worst one was the 2 autograph tickets that you were only allowed to use on £10 guests. You could not say Michael Gambon was £45. You could then, or Bill Paxton, you could not say, I want these 2 £10 tickets towards, and then say, I only paid £25.
That's bollocks.
Yeah, you could only pay, and you could only use them on the Friday and Sunday.
Well, they should do.
So if the £10 wanted was only there Saturday, you couldn't get them.
What they should do is give you discount coupons.
Yeah, exactly.
Because let's be honest, no one wants to go and see a £10 person. There might be one, but 2. It should have been £15 once.
Yeah, I got one. It was somebody from Game of Thrones. But otherwise, all the £10 people are usually like stormtroopers or that from Star Wars. And I have no interest in meeting someone I've never seen the face of.
I reckon next year the gold pass will be £250.
I bet it will be.
I think things like £250, and I reckon by the end of this decade it'll be like 340 or something. The diamond pass will be like 700 or something.
Yeah,
it's ridiculous.
Exactly.
Because at the end of the day, it's a big waste of money. I don't mean to go. I mean the fact that they charge you that much when it used to be like 145.
But then for a weekend ticket now it's like 50 quid. So actually, it's just like
50 quid.
But that is the thing. I mean, like I say, I don't regret getting the gold pass, but I do feel like they're really, because of other stuff they're doing to get even more money, I think they are, I feel like, like you say, once upon a time, if you had a gold pass, it would be, there's only going to be like 10 of you at the front of the queue, you know, kind of thing. You know, you felt privileged to have that kind of thing, and now you're lucky if you're going to get in the first lot of photo shoots, kind of
Well, it's
thing.
like I read that Paul got kicked out of the Gold Pass sitting area.
That's because the Gold Pass sitting area was the shittest place. It wasn't as bad as last year's one, but they had about 10 tables crammed into this tiny area.
People got kicked out there because it was close to the Michael J. Fox talk.
Yes, it was. It was in the same area.
And they were told to leave because they would have heard it for free. Now, personally, I think that's a load of shit.
Yeah.
And I think personally, if you're in that area and they put it there, you should be able to hear it because technically it's their fault, not yours.
Yeah, exactly.
But, I mean, what if you left? You know, there was a couple of instances I read, I think, on the forum. But people would leave, like, mentally disabled people, you know, people with, like, Down syndrome and stuff.
Yeah.
There to be safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
They came back, I think it was one, she said she came back and they were missing because they were kicked out.
Yeah.
Right? And they were freaking out, like, where's my baby, you know, all this.
Yeah.
And showmasters didn't care.
Mm.
They were like, oh, around here somewhere.
Yeah.
I mean, how disgusting is that?
The fact that you had the super stage area, and the Gold Pass area was in the back corner of that area, and it was ridiculous. It was like, and it was such a tiny area as well. You couldn't fit that many people in there, and I mean, we went in there on a Friday because you had to go there to collect your registration pack. And it was really, and well, that said, we kept asking. That was what we were asking crew members about. Where is the registration desk? I don't know. And we were looking for that.
Shouldn't it be at the front?
Yeah, it should be easy to get to. But no, it was at the furthest most back part of the whole hall. And like you say, it was in the super stage area. And it's so funny because, the Gold Pass used to cover all the talks. And it was good because, if you'd booked a ticket and then actually your photo shoots clashed with it, you wouldn't mind so much because then technically you hadn't paid for the talk and, maybe you'd go for 10 minutes, check it out, and then you'd have to go for your photo shoot. But now, the special ones, they're like, no, you have to pay 30-odd plus quid for a talk, even if you've got a Gold Pass. And it's like, well, that's ridiculous. Now, I don't care about not getting the autograph pack because a lot of times I'd get the packs and I'd be like, I have no idea who these people are, kind of thing.
Yeah.
So that doesn't bother me. But once upon a time it would be, this autograph pack is worth £100, and now to pay £225 for a Gold Pass and you don't even get that, I feel like I'm being cheated out of some money worth, if you know what I mean. You are. I use it as a I've said this before. I use it as, I feel it gives me the right then to go, as a disabled person to have to jump queue. I can go, well, I am Gold Pass as well, kind of thing. But it's, like I say, I don't regret getting it, but I do feel like they've shafted the Gold Pass
I feel like
year.
I feel like the Gold Pass doesn't have any real privileges.
No, exactly. It doesn't do that. Bless you.
Thank you.
I love it when they go, it means you don't have to get virtual queue tickets. It's like, well, yeah, but...
if you can just go, I've got one clashing and get to the front anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I mean? It's like, But, at the end of the day, I think if I win again, I'd probably get a Gold Pass just to give myself that ease.
Yeah.
Or
even Donna has said she's going to get one next year because it would just make it so much easier.
Should have just took yours when she needed to get things done.
Yeah, except we were all separate doing different things. So.
I don't know. I missed it because I didn't get to do it with my cousin.
Yeah, I think that's the thing because it's something that you can do and because you're used to it, doing it for 4 years straight like that. But also, it is just a very sociable thing to do, isn't it? So.
Yeah.
But because Comic-Con is the only one you've done, really, isn't it, convention-wise?
Yeah. Which is interesting, really, because there's so many of them.
Yeah.
You know?
There's too many of them, though. That's the problem.
I
I
think
mean, other crew members have said showmasters do too many.
I'm surprised there ain't a Game of Thrones one.
Yeah, I am surprised that. There probably is somewhere, but
Probably will be at some point.
yeah.
Which I know where there was one in Belgium. What's this? Oh look, John says I'll watch the complete chat later. Hope all is well, guys. Have a great day, both of you.
Oh, take care, John. See you later.
Take care, John. Hope you enjoy the rest of your day. I had to look at the YouTube feed. It's 20 seconds behind.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's not 3 minutes, so John might be watching it on Google.
Oh.
Either way. Bye-bye, John.
Surprising there's much of a delay though. But...
Phoebe Tracy just changed their image to a pony.
Oh, really?
With a rainbow towel.
Oh, yeah, look, just change.
Weird, huh?
That's bizarre.
So
I like the way we get shown that, though. That's the funniest
I
thing.
like how that changes while you're sitting there.
Yeah, I know, yeah, exactly.
So other than that, how have you been?
Yeah, because we were playing Dying Light last week, weren't we? And I
Yeah.
got a bit fed up with that, so...
Yeah, well, just so people know, and please don't judge Tash. What happened was, I've had enough of this. I hate this game. I'm gonna play the game my way. And then smacking people and killing everyone. It was amazing. It was like, it's like this big anger had popped out. It was like, goodbye. And it was like, it was awesome. That's what happened.
I'm finding that game really tedious. Sorry,
Well,
it just... And you know what? Even worse is... No, because I'm really struggling as well with the parkour system does not always work. And there was this point where we had to go along these pipes, and I kept jumping for this pipe, and the solid character wouldn't grab onto the pipe. So then you have to run back to the beginning of the bit, and it was just really pissing me off.
well, we're 75% through the game, so we've almost completed it anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
You
Well,
know?
until we have to go back through it, but yeah.
Yeah, but that'd be simple enough because we can figure out what it is and we'll just focus on those bits.
Well, we'll be on the hard, the easy difficulty as
There's
well.
a parkour DLC, so you'll enjoy that. I actually find the parkour in the game fairly simple.
Yeah.
If you're doing it on the roofs, I find it very easy.
Yeah.
But if you do it in tunnels and that, it's very badly done.
It's the ledges that it seems to struggle with. The grabbing onto certain ledges. Like you say, running along the roofs and that is easy enough. But there are some areas that are very dark, and it's not always clear what you need to be grabbing onto and how to get to certain areas. And that I really struggle with. And I really, it's very easy to go, say like Malcolm will go, oh, it's over here. And I'm like, saying over here does not help me see where here is, kind of thing. So it's just one of those things that gets really frustrating. And I'm just the whole fucking tedious. Go here, no, go back again. Go.
Well,
here.
who would think you'd climb on top of a really thin fence to jump onto a roof?
Yeah, how stupid was that? Oh, climb up, stand, very tedious, like very tenuously, balance on this fence and then jump across to the roof.
But yeah, we're near close to finishing the game anyway. So
yeah,
I'm sure we'll have it done Wednesday anyway.
Yeah.
You know, so that's not too bad.
No, exactly.
It's going to be the other bits which is going to be tedious.
Oh, you know it's going to be stupid though, the ending. What do you want about?
Yeah, well, mate, to be honest, I thought the ending was going to be that bit in that museum place.
Yeah, I thought that.
Because it seemed that way, didn't it?
Mm.
It was like perfect for an ending to be.
But you have that whole like, it's like that. It's like Sniper, isn't it? With like killing the guys off one by one each mission. It's like that. You're gonna have this final showdown.
I'd like to just say that when it came to the bit where the shooting happened, most of the time Tash hid in the corner, and I shot everybody. There was a bit where you got across the top of that bit, and you were hiding behind the glass bit, and they were going, And I ran along and shot them and went, there you go. And you went, thank you, and climbed over.
Yeah, but how awesome were some of those headshots I got?
Pretty
What
good.
was that one you went through the door and I got it?
Yeah,
no,
the door
the one
opened.
that got the one, yeah.
The door opened. I went, oh shit, and you hit him right in the head. He just fell down. It was so awesome. But I felt like that part was like my strength because I was shooting them and killing them.
Yeah.
And I felt like it was pretty good in that sense. But the problem is the game it's like, where did all the zombies go in that bottom bit when we came out?
Yeah.
You know, so I'm a little bit like, the game's all right, but it's nothing special.
No, yeah.
It's Dead Island, just better quality looking.
Dead Island, well, except for their faces. Seriously, their
Yeah.
soulless eyes and mouths that don't move in time with their voices.
Well, we've still got to do all the side missions.
Yes, yeah.
So.
And saving people and shit.
Yeah, Sam will get trophies and stuff. Because
At least we'll be on the easy difficulty though, so those bloody volatiles and that won't.
That's true. You still need to kill volatile, don't you?
Yeah.
The best way is to get them into that, that building where they've got the luminous lights. The
Yeah.
best way of doing it is get them to run on that fence in that main tower, and then you can kill them because you can hit them.
Right. Yeah.
That's what I did, but there's a trophy for killing 5 of them as well.
I'm gonna really struggle to get
Simple.
that.
It's simple enough once you know the technique, you know.
Yeah.
So everything. It can be really
I've
hard.
got the guns and that as well. It should be easier, but.
I mean, let's be honest. That last Little Big Planet, I couldn't get through that. If you hadn't have gone through it with me over and over and over again,
Exactly.
I'd never have done that. I could do the bird bit,
Yeah.
and I could do the bit, but I couldn't do the last bit where you had to run, and I couldn't do the first bit.
No. Yeah.
You know, you basically
Because I knew the
brainwashed
pattern
me with
for
it.
the odd sock, the big guy.
Yeah.
I knew the pattern for the teeth on that treadmill. So
That's
yeah.
what I mean. But you practically brainwashed me and helping
Yeah,
me because I had to keep watching it, and you go left, second, fourth, fifth.
Yeah.
I was like, oh. And then I just went boom, 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 like I think it was like a week later. It was like,
yeah.
it got to a point where I finished and got the planet. I was just like, thank God.
But that is the thing. It's just getting through it. It's just, I like I say, now I've got the gun as well. Hopefully it'll be a little easier. It's just.
I'm surprised the second part of our GTA gaming only got 8 views.
Yeah.
I bet it's because it hasn't got both our voices on it.
Yeah. I think that is the problem, is the lack of voices. But you know what? I was watching my end, because I saved the epic chase video on my end as well.
Yeah.
And it's so funny just hearing me randomly talking, you know, kind of without your end of the conversation.
Well, I turned it off then, didn't I? I turned off my talking then.
Yeah.
So I think it's kind of annoying.
Yeah.
You know, but we hopefully we'll be able to get some voice action going.
Yeah, this week.
So I think it adds to it a lot, you know.
Yeah, it makes a big difference. But you know, I've not tried this yet, because you can technically copy the videos to USB, can't you?
Yeah.
I've not tried it, so I don't know if it works yet. But
I haven't given it a go. I might try it later just to say.
It might be easier than uploading them and then downloading them again.
Because I wish that I was
Quality
hoping.
wise.
Because I was hoping that they'd go on my hard drive, and you can't put them on a hard drive.
Oh, could you not?
No,
Oh no,
even
you
though-
mentioned, yeah, you tried.
Even though your hard drive plugs into the machine, which I think is bullshit.
Yeah.
So that kind of annoyed me. I lost 3 subscribers this week.
Oh no.
Yeah. Last Avenger, for some reason, subscribes and then unsubscribes.
All right, yeah.
I don't know why, but I looked at my thing, it said he subscribed 2 weeks ago, and I was like, really? So I don't know what that's about, but yeah, I lost 3 subscribers. So I was like, oh.
So no matter what you do, it's just like you get to that point where it's like, don't worry.
Well, keep temping. I'm not doing reviews of it because I'm waiting.
Yeah.
You know, so you know, I don't know. I feel like YouTube's a very hard place and a very well, because somebody I know on YouTube, I don't know him personally, but watching their videos,
Yeah.
they got copyright claims on 5 of their videos the other day, but they've had that for 3 years.
Really? Yeah.
Yeah, and I was like, it's probably because companies like Synapse have bought them because they want to bring them out on Blu-ray.
Yeah.
It's probably things like that, you know. So that was kind of annoying.
YouTube can be such a minefield at times. But it's funny because, you know, there are so many videos of GTA 5, say, online, that I would have thought that at least those videos would have pulled some more subscribers for you. But
well, I think the thing is, I think that's the problem. If you put on GTA 5, I think there's probably hundreds of thousands of videos. So
yeah, but then how do these channels that are just solely for Minecraft's sake get as popular as they do? If there's so many people doing them.
I have no idea. I think it's, you know, people always say, oh, it's the fun now, you know.
Yeah.
But oh, I've got a new video coming up.
Yay.
It's called Hugo.
It's called what?
Hugo. Would you like to see it?
Yeah, go on.
Oh, hold on. I decided to do something radical. That's right. Something absolutely out there and mental. Right.
You've got a life.
What's that?
I'm joking.
Got a life. Charming. What a nice thing to say.
You did something radical. Wait, you did something?
Yes. Oh, I'm form today. So what are you? I hate these memory card bits and machines. It's like
they're always at the most inaccessible place on the computer.
There we go. There we go. Let's get it up. I've got a video of Donna as well.
Oh, do I want to know?
Where are we? There he is. Hopefully you will be able to see. Okay, let me share first. I need to open the play thing first, am I? I thought I'd do this. Play. Hold on. This is going to blow your mind. No one's ever done this before. Oh, come on. I hate when it does that. You know, it goes up in the way.
Oh, yeah. Then you can't get to the buttons.
The screen is black, so I don't think it's going to show it.
Oh, God.
I can show it on the camera, can't I, myself?
Yeah.
We'll show that one. Hold on. Just put that there. There you go. Ready? This is going to blow your mind.
Oh, that'll get you millions of viewers, that will.
You're studying the camera.
He's just like, stop fucking filming me.
There we go.
Oh, he looked in the camera again.
It's going, I don't know why it's going so slow.
It's all jittery on my end.
Oh, there we go.
That's better.
Oh, it's jittering again. Look at that. That's beautiful filming.
Oh, that's beautiful, that is.
Nice. I see you got what that's about.
Yeah.
So I'm going to upload that.
There you go. Look, we'll give this chat a bit of a... There you go.
Oh, hello.
No.
But yeah, I'm going to edit that 30-odd second video and put that up at some point.
Oh, that'll get you so many viewers. You'll get millions of views for that.
It should, because I thought it was brilliant, you know? Because I was taking pictures of Donna outside.
Yeah.
And basically, I ended up doing that video.
Right, yeah.
So I just ended up going, oh, you know what? I'll do it. Why not, you know?
Yeah.
There's a great video of Donna talking about the hate that I did. And
Oh, yeah.
I'm basically, she laughs in it and everything. It's just really funny.
Mm.
But
Yeah.
she hurt her arm in the night.
Yeah.
And it looks like I grabbed hold of her and went, come here, you know. But I didn't. But yeah, I'm gonna edit that later and pull it up.
Put some badass music on it or something.
Yeah, you know, like I tried doing an overview video.
Yeah.
Look, I'll show you a couple of pictures I took of my collection on one side. So look, I was trying to do it, but I just can't do it. It's too hot.
Oh, Lost Avengers here.
Last Avenger is here. I tried taking some pictures, and
Oh yeah, of your
as
collection.
they are, because these are double bagged.
Right. Yeah.
And very messy.
Yeah.
I was trying to take pictures. You can see that's blurry.
Yeah.
That's like, can I do that? That's like one bookcase.
Yeah.
You know. That's the top bit. But I was trying to take pictures. I was trying to do video. Like if I go a bit back, you'll see a video. Here we go.
Oh yeah.
Right. But it was just too hot to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I just couldn't be bothered. I wanted to, but I was like, who watches overviews? You know, it's like it's not going to do well, is it? Let's have a look. What's it?
Well,
Last
you've got
Avenger.
too many to overview. That's the problem.
Yeah, better subscribe to your channel again, Malcolm. My YouTube account got hacked. I had to create another one. That's the reason you didn't hear from me for a few weeks. I'm so sorry.
Oh, sorry to hear you got hacked last event, Luke.
I'm sorry to hear that, Last Avenger. Okay, look. I'm sorry, but that happened. I know what it's like, you know.
Yeah, it's not nice. So.
Someone hacked me once. I had to go to the hospital because they hacked me off.
They hacked your legs off. Yeah, I know. I thought it was funny, and then I didn't want to laugh in case there was some serious.
But yeah,
I'm so fucking gullible, but you know me. So.
Yeah. But yeah, when you're away, I got a massive package, didn't I?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and I started watching them all, and I was enjoying them.
Yeah.
I watched the best bit I watched today has to be Shaolin Wood and Moon, Jackie Chan. There's a bit in it where he goes like this. Basically, he's a mute. Then they call him the deaf dummy in the movie.
Oh, right.
Because he can't talk, you know.
Yeah.
And he hears them and everything, but he doesn't talk.
Yeah.
And he gets taught by a guy in a dungeon who's locked up. Well, that guy gets free, and it turns out that he's the one who killed his father.
Oh, okay.
Right? But he doesn't want to kill him, and he doesn't kill him because they're kind of friends. Well, during a fight, he finds out that he killed his father, and he attacks him. He beats him down, and then Jackson gets on his knees and begs him for forgiveness because he was his teacher. Right? And he goes like this. Oh, I deserved it. I'm so proud I've got people like you. I don't know what I'd do, right? and Jay Chan's character goes, no, I shouldn't have hurt you. Make me a promise you'll go back to Shaolin. And he goes, oh, well. And he puts his hand through his hair, right?
Okay.
And then he goes to kill him.
Okay.
But dubbing is hysterical. I've been watching subtitles, and I watched dubbing on the Jackie Chan movies.
Oh, yeah.
There's this bit where the guy goes, I'm going to kill you. And his boss goes, no, it's my turn. And you're like, what was it? And the guy goes, I'll distract him. And he runs down. He goes, I need help. Someone's trying to rape my sister. Someone's trying to rape my sister. The Shelley go running after the guy who's trying to protect, so he runs off and goes, "Oh, that's someone else then." And it's just like, it's so silly. Yeah, I'd love to do a video called Bad Dubbing.
Bad dubbing. Yeah, that would be. Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I was laughing at that. I've been watching. Last night I picked up 4 of the 9 Young and Dangerous films that I used to have, which I sold. So I'm glad I've got 4 of them coming.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about buying some other movies, but I'm not sure at the minute. What else? What did I get? Oh, I watched Ebola Syndrome last night, which was, well, I'd watched some of it, I should say. I was really looking forward to it because I thought it was going to be, proper, like gruesome.
Right. Yeah.
It's got a reputation, but it was cut. It was a cut version.
Oh, no. So
It's
really
about
boring.
it's about a gangster who starts off the film. He's having sex with his boss's, wife.
Yeah.
While she's going down him, he calls her a bastard constantly, which is very interesting.
Yeah.
Not exactly right. He
Yeah.
then kills her, kills the guy, and he goes to Africa.
Right.
He sees this African woman who passes out, so he decides to rape her. Well, she's got Ebola, right?
Of course.
So he ends up passing Ebola on to all these people by blood in their food and stuff. And it just gets really, really stupid. But a lot of it is edited out because it's too violent. So
Yeah.
I was quite disappointed by that. But Anthony Wong does a great job in it as being like this really disgusting creature, of a person. But it's not that great,
No.
Yeah.
And
And I've still yet to watch Raped by an Angel 5. But yeah, I'm getting through my stuff. I mean, I've got all these Blu-rays in that package, so I was happy. Funny enough, one of these Korean films I could only get from Australia because that was the region 3 one. Mental.
That's surprising that, I don't know why you couldn't have got it from Korea or something. Just,
It's weird. I watched the Bruce Lee documentaries about his life.
Oh yeah, I saw. You've been putting pictures up on Facebook of the things you've seen. So.
And I have to be honest, I thought they were very boring.
Oh really?
The problem is, once you know the story and you watch it again, you're like,
Yeah.
these documentaries are all the same.
Yeah.
So I was like, so I basically ended up not watching them afterwards, and then I watched Spiritual Kung Fu, which has Jay Chan being taught by 5 ghosts with bright red hair and completely white.
Yeah.
There's a bit where he decides to pee on them to get them to come out. That's a very weird film, but I really like that film.
Very nice, I'm sure.
It's one of those films I watched as a kid and never had again, so I was quite glad to get.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's funny because whenever I watch these films, I'm always like, yeah, this is interesting. This is kind of funny. But I know a lot of people are going to hate me for this, but I honestly think for Bruce Lee and Jay Chan, they're great and everything, but I enjoy the more the other people's martial arts films, like Alexander Fushen and that, because they might not be as known in certain circles when they should be.
Yeah.
But I feel like Jackie Chan and Bruce Lee and they're only known as being better because they're international stars.
Yeah.
Especially Bruce Lee. Bruce Lee's always kind of bored me.
Yeah.
Not because I don't enjoy his videos, but because, or his films, I should say, but it's because so many people go on about him.
That's the thing, and he did so little kind of thing. I don't mean that. I just mean like generally.
Yeah.
Everybody's like, "Oh, he's amazing. He's the best, this, that, and the other," and it's like, it's not really like he had a long enough career to judge how good he was, if you know what I mean. So.
Well, the thing is, I always say, he did a lot in real life.
Yeah.
And he left a great legacy in real life. But movie-wise, I won't call him the biggest martial arts star because he only did like 4 movies.
Yeah, exactly.
As an adult.
Yeah.
So I won't say it's like this big, massive martial arts side where it goes over. Like you want to see a good martial arts movie, you check out Way of the Dragon and stuff. I don't. To me, I'm like, meh. You know, I
Yeah,
understand people having that obsession with him, but to
yeah,
me, it's always been unfounded.
yeah.
You know, um, but yeah, very depressing.
So have you got more to? Are you doing more reviews? Are you going to do any reviews this week or?
I am waiting for that email.
Right. Yeah.
Once I get that email, if they say
Oh
yes,
yeah.
if they say yes, then I say yes. If they
Yeah.
say no, then I have to look
Oh
in
yeah.
different
You
avenues.
want to do more like that style? So yeah.
Oh yeah, I will do more in that style.
Yeah.
If they say no, I'll go into really cheap movies. Why not? You know?
Yeah. That way, nobody gives a shit about those.
Yeah, exactly. I'll just go into the public domain ones.
Yeah.
I've got so many. I mean, I could probably do a whole load of Gallios if I wanted, because none of
Yeah.
them have got rights on them at the minute.
Oh really?
Yeah, but the point is, I have to think about: will they get rights soon? Will they not? You know, is the music in them
Mm,
copyrighted? Is this? You know what I mean?
yeah.
But fairly, I should be able to review the movies due to the fact that it's fair use for reviewing.
Yeah.
So I'll look into that if they say no. But we'll see how it goes because if they say yeah, I can get a whole load of them done. And have one up like once a week or something.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, if I do them, I want to be able to focus on them properly.
Yeah.
Like you said, you know, I want to
Yeah.
put, I want to put effort into them. I don't want them to just be like my old reviews. I want them to be thought out. I want them to be, you know,
Hmm.
because I think that
Because you
like,
get to show so much information, like show your knowledge in that on those types. It's,
well, it's actually quite funny because since I've been watching them, I've been going, oh look, there's Dick Way and all that in there, and I've been like, I never knew he was in this
yeah.
movie. Because now I'm
Yeah.
looking at that stuff, I'm going, oh look, there he is. There's this person. There's that person. Like in Shadow of the Men, I went, oh, that's Yun Bu. You know, it was so weird.
Yeah.
It's like I never noticed this stuff before in certain movies. And now because I'm looking at that stuff, it's like boom, 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 boom.
Oh yeah. Oh, I get that. You know, I've had that with some of the movie night reviews, where you watch a movie and you're like, "Oh, I didn't know they were in this movie. And it's not that I haven't seen the movie before. It's just you completely forget that these people are in some of
Well,
these things.
it's like well, it's like X Files. If you did it 20 years ago and you watched it now, you'd be like, well, that
Oh
person's big
yeah.
now, but I didn't even
Yeah.
notice them before. And that's what it's
Yeah.
like, and it's just incredible,
Mm.
you know.
Oh yeah, to think of people like Ryan Reynolds and Owen Wilson and not Owen Wilson, Luke Wilson and that. You know, at the time they weren't, you know, big actors and stuff. And you know, like you say, it's funny then to now go see them and they're in these all these movies and everything. It's
Hmm. It is strange.
mm,
Just checking if there any comments.
oh,
Last
we haven't had
Avenger.
any.
Asked us the question, buddy.
Yeah,
I
it's not even been an Alex here tonight.
Alex has gone AWOL.
Yeah,
It's disappeared.
we may have to send out a tracking cat for him.
We might have to with a cam on his head.
Yeah, cat view, cat cam.
With him rolling about on a bed with it recording. Wouldn't that be awesome?
You know that's probably get that'd be the highest you know
You video.
YouTube yeah.
I have to wonder, you know, I always wonder how people get, you know, like on the first page.
Oh yeah, I always wondered that.
Because when I get on YouTube, I never see the first page.
No.
Yeah, millions of people watch what's on the first page, so I always must wonder, most people must not have accounts.
Yeah. Well, this is the thing because you can buy subscribers and that, and it's like, what is the point of doing it non-legitimately? Because I guess it's all for the money and revenue and that. But
Think about it, if you buy 20,000 subscribers over time,
yeah,
you're still not gonna make enough money to warrant that pay.
No, exactly. What you've paid for those subscriptions, you probably won't make back.
Yeah, exactly. That's why people slowly leave.
Yeah.
You know, it's like you can get. I saw that you can buy 50,000 likes for one video, and they get put on there over a 36-month period. Well, after a 36-month period, you don't want them on that video anymore. You want them on a different video.
Yeah, exactly.
So I don't know. I don't know if any of that stuff works, but I'm not going to pay $15 for bloody 1,000 subscribers.
No.
You know.
So you want to see when you genuinely get that many subscribers, don't you? It's just like,
It's like I said to Donna. I said it's good enough having all those subscribers, but I see people like Paul Duda, Sean C. Phillips, has got like 52,000, and he only gets 6,000 views on a video.
yeah,
And I'm like, so where were all the rest of them then?
yeah,
You know, so I'm always like, oh, I've got 146 subscribers. On average, I get 40 to 50 views on my collection ones,
right, yeah.
if I'm lucky.
Mm. I agree.
But with you, I'm lucky to get 10.
Yeah, yeah.
So I don't understand how this subscriber stuff works.
That's the thing. I think one of my most recent like movie night reviews got all of 3 views. I was like, wow, that's a new low.
And you were like, it's Little John,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
Malk, and it's
yeah,
me.
yeah, exactly. I
I
was like, wow,
well, I was what do you call it? I was looking up, and you know Hannah Mack.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Apparently, Hay really enjoys me and James's chats.
All right.
Yeah, there was a thing. I still can't watch James's videos. Right, you're gonna laugh at this,
Yeah,
right? And I'm sure it's going to be very popular, right? But I thought this was quite funny. You know, the interaction.
right.
Hannah
Yeah,
Mack says, "Hi James, I really enjoy the videos you do with Mal. The chats are really, really good."
yeah.
James puts, thanks for watching them. I'm going to be doing more soon with a lot more guests. Hannah Mack responds, like I said, I like the ones with you and Malcolm.
Johanna Mac, that's brilliant.
I thought that was brilliant. Yeah, I was laughing at that because I was like, isn't it? Okay, so Bruce or Jay Chan, not your favourite Malcolm. Who is and why? I never said Jay Chan wasn't my favourite. I just said that I get tired of it. But okay, if I had to name some, let's say Shen Fo. It was Alexander Fu Shen. I think he's awesome. He died at 28, didn't he, in that automobile accident? But he was all right. Back in the day, he trained at Shaw Brothers studio. And because he became a real good martial artist, he ended up in the movies. He was one of their first big stars in the 70s because he trained really well. The company was long before then, but when it came to martial arts, you know.
Yeah.
If I had to name someone else, I'd probably have to mention. Here we go. Lungar Yan. I think Lungar Yan, who was also known back then as Beardy because he always had a beard.
Hmm.
I thought he was fantastic back then because he had a beautiful physique and he was just awesome, all round awesome. As you know, and we're talking about martial arts in movies. I'm not talking about reality.
Yeah,
I've always been a big fan of Jet Li,
yeah.
but he's
I like
international,
Jet
so
Li.
I don't
Yeah.
count it. You know, but I do like Jet Li. I think Jet Li's best American movie was Romeo Must Die.
Right.
I love that movie. I don't know why. I just love that movie. I guess it's because it's Asians versus, you know what I mean? It's just really unique in the fact that it's so many different cultures in it and it works perfectly. You
Right.
know,
Yeah.
like you've got like the urban gang, right? Then you've got the
Hmm.
Asian gang, and then there's the white guy in the middle. They're both trying to impress to get this thing, and the white man's a piece of shit. So it's kind of interesting because you've got these three different cultures. You've got the rich white guy who's like, "Oh, you want to show me your land, do you? Well, you know what? I'm better than you." And then you've got, you know what I mean? It's awesome because it's just so well done.
Yeah.
Um, Oh, what's that guy's name? Trust me to move it up there.
This is when your mind goes blank. It's just like,
I'm trying to think. If it's Chen Quan Tai, or is it Chi Chun or something? Shit. Boy, won't have a clue they are anyway. But yeah, what's this? So you did. So did you watch your movie's one latest one about where he faints? Is he taking his diet too far? Do you know what? I have to be honest with you. I think him fainting at the park was bullshit.
oh really? Yeah.
I don't. I think it's bullshit. Why would you put in your video?
Yeah.
Because he's walking in the video and then it goes black and it goes 45 minutes later. He's laying down in this bed apparently in this room, which is the medical office, and he goes on about how he passed out in the line, and his friend Lewis is with him.
Yeah.
And he goes on about how they thought he was having a seizure. And then throughout the rest of the thing, goes on about how they were queuing up and he was getting that weird thing, so they had to sit down again. And I'll be honest, if I had a seizure, not seizure, if I'd passed out at a fairground or Orlando Studios or wherever it was, I don't think I'd want to carry on making a video.
No, you'd want to stop there.
Yeah, and I don't think I'd be trying to get on rides and stuff.
No, definitely not.
So I do think, no. So I do think that. So I do think he was putting it on.
Yeah.
As for his diet, he's lost what, nearly 200 pounds or whatever in a very short period of time.
Yeah.
I do think he's gone too far with that, and I think he isn't listening to what people are saying. People are saying about building muscle. If you lose fat, you need to build muscle because muscle is very important because you end up a lot weaker.
Yeah.
You know, it's like Tash. I'm sure you know, from where you walked about at Comic Con, you really used your muscles, and you've probably got big muscles there because of walking about. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I now feel like I've got metal rods shoved into my legs, but yeah,
exactly.
no, I know what you mean.
But if you lost that there, you'd be a lot more weaker.
Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah.
And I mean, if anyone sees my legs, I've got big, muscly legs. I've got strong legs.
I have big calf muscles. Yeah.
Say, look, I've got big, muscular leg kind of thing.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, that's the thing. Even as a fat, because I'm a heavy person, I've got big calf muscles and that. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's so too far because he's not building muscle. He doesn't seem to want to listen to what people are saying. I think Billy Mitchell's a stupid person anyway. And I'd say it to his face if he came in a chat. I respect the guy for what he's achieved, but at the same time, I think he's stupid. And I'd say it to anybody,
Yeah.
But yeah, he's gone too far. If he did really pass out, then he should be going to the doctor and talking to them about it. I don't think he did because of the rest of the video. It happened like what, 5 minutes in the video, like a 15-minute video.
Oh really? Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I passed
out,
out,
trying to keep people's attention, kind of thing.
Yeah. I've noticed with Brother Mitchell, he does this thing now where he goes over dramatic. Like it's like when he went to Mexico, it was give a thumbs up if you like wet movie, get a blowjob and all that stuff, and then he cut it out, right?
Yeah.
Because it was wrong. He cut the bit where he said he went upstairs and got one from a prostitute. Right. So to me, if you put that original video with this video, it's a tension thing.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
So and a way of getting more views. So I think it's bullshit.
Yeah.
That's what I think. And this is common deduction.
Yeah.
The deduction board.
The deduction board. Yeah. Exactly.
What do you think, Last Avenger? Anyway. I would ask you, Tash, what you think, but you haven't seen the video, have you?
No. I don't watch it, no.
Very funny, Malk. Hi, Tash. How are you both? Did you have a good time at Comic Con? That's from James.
Hi, James. Glad you made it. Right at the end. Yeah, no, I did have a good time at Comic Con. As we talked about it like for about the first hour and a half. So
Yeah, I think we talked about it for like 2 hours, didn't we?
yeah, exactly.
Um,
So yeah, so I had a good time. There were a lot of problems, but met some awesome people, and yeah.
well, I'm going to have to go soon. That's from James. Well, James, before you go, why don't you ask a couple of quick questions?
Uh,
So before he goes, why doesn't he ask a couple of quick questions?
yeah, exactly. But we're going shortly as well, so you know.
Yeah, we're going in like 12 minutes.
Yeah.
So you might as well wait and ask us a couple of questions.
Yeah, why not ask us a question?
What was I going to say to you? Oh, get this. So Donna's a big anime fan,
Yes.
all right? And you know how I used to get Otaku magazine, which is this magazine. Um, I used to get this for Donna, which is Otaku magazine.
Yeah.
Well, 4 months ago, we got our last issue.
Right.
Or we thought. 2 months later, we got our last issue again.
Oh. Okay.
Saturday, we got our next last issue. So we're supposed to only have, this is supposed to be the last issue now, but every 2 months we get another issue.
Right.
Right? And basically, it's a great magazine for reading on anime, but it has manga in it, which I have no interest in. Not because I don't like manga,
Yeah.
but because I don't want to read a part of a manga in a magazine. I'd rather read it in the book.
Right.
Right? And then it's got a bit right at the back about cosplayers.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Which normally I look at because I like looking at the breasts.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, well, that was
And
something we were talking about because me and Donna talked about it before. We hate these people, that use it as an excuse to be, either pervs or dress up slutty kind of thing. So
oh, that's it. Oh, well, that's me then.
yeah,
Let's have a look. I mean, seriously, I think, every man pays attention to cosplayers
oh
if
yeah,
they're a little
yeah,
bit
yeah,
naked.
yeah,
If I was with Donna and someone right with me, wouldn't even notice them.
yeah.
I wouldn't
Oh
could walk
no,
up.
we were just saying about women that feel the need to do it in a slutty way, kind of thing.
Yeah, but
So
that's women all over, isn't it? Let's be honest. Women.
oh,
No, but you get what I mean. What I mean is that's what some women are like with the whole cosplay. It's like, oh, let's see
yeah,
how many
yeah.
people can notice me. I mean, like you with your Scully outfit. I'm sure you
Yeah.
went like this at one point.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I totally had the flowers open as much as possible. Even when I was doing my sci-fi fan cam, I was just like, yeah.
Yeah. Says you can see in his face he's lost a lot of weight. It looks like he spent 6 months at all. What Auschwitz to me? Do you know what it looks like to me?
Auschwitz,
I, was,
the concentration camp.
I thought it was a concentration camp, but couldn't say the word.
Yeah, yeah, sorry.
I tell you what it looks like to me. It looks like him and Sean C. Phillips did a stomach banding.
They probably
That's
did.
that's how they would quickly lose weight.
Yeah.
And that's what it looks like to me. I know my
Hmm.
mother had stomach banding quite recently. I know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I know what it makes your face look too skinny, and it makes all this stuff happen. If he's lost it all natural, good for him. I think it's all bullshit. And I'd like to have a conversation with Brendan Mitchell in the chat or something and say, hey, give us some advice. How did you do it? Because it still gets that Tabasco sauce. That
Yeah.
Tabasco sauce isn't good for you.
I was gonna say it's not good.
And, it just doesn't, it seems, and all this constant taking pictures and putting them on Facebook, like, oh, look at this, and constantly in the videos, I've lost weight, I can wear this top now. And I'm like, yes, we get it, we know. And everybody's like, well done, well done. It's like they need to be hand-fed compliments in order to feel like they've achieved something,
Yeah.
And sadly, people that need that, when it comes to something like weight, they're not doing it for the right reasons.
No. Exactly.
You have to do things like that for yourself, and you have to be able to cope with negativity from it. I,
Yeah.
I will not ever put on someone like Brendan Mitchell's feed, oh, you lost weight too quickly, because I saw it today on his feed. Somebody put something there, you've lost too much weight too soon. And Gabe was attacking him, going, "Oh well, at least he's not £500 anymore." Well, you know, yeah, maybe it's not, but he could die.
Yeah, exactly.
You know.
Yeah, just because you lose weight that quickly in that, just because you're skinny doesn't mean you've not done the damage to your heart and that by losing that weight.
I've always said, to be healthy, in my view, you have to have a bit of fat on you, right?
Yeah,
A
yeah,
bit of weight is good, right?
yeah.
Losing all that weight, being overly skinny, isn't good.
No,
Being
exactly.
being megally overweight, like 600-700 pounds, obviously not
Yeah,
good,
that's not good. Yeah,
right? Trust me, I've been a lot heavier than I am,
yeah,
right? I know, and I lost the weight. I lost weight naturally from just moving about, doing stuff,
yeah, mm,
you know. So my life where I was just completely lost,
yeah,
you know. And would I judge people? Because it's another thing people that lose weight do. They look at people with overweight and they go, because my mum does it to me all the time.
yeah,
Oh, you know what? You're so fat, Malcolm. And I go, yep. And you lost weight how? You had
yeah, yeah,
surveying? Yeah. So you didn't lose the weight naturally, did you? When you lose the weight naturally, then you can tell me.
yeah, exactly.
I hate people like that because you'd think them of all people would understand the struggle. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, I think Ben Mitchell either had a stomach band or he's lost that weight because he's done stupid stuff. I do not believe that he goes to the gym every single day.
No.
You know, and I'm sure if people see this chat, we'll get a lot of hate for this.
No.
But it would make a change. I'll get hate on me for being
Oh,
too.
it'd be nice if Brendan Mitchell's people were coming over here. So
Yeah.
not like he
Hey,
doesn't have enough of them.
hey, Brendan Mitchell, give me a shout out.
You can do a video like Gareth's, bitching
Oh,
about you or something.
oh, TFAC, Malcolm, May to December.
Yeah,
That'd be awesome, wouldn't it? You know, but no, I think people focus too much on other people's lives and what they are,
yeah,
what they're doing. And I think YouTube shouldn't be about that. I think YouTube should be about the fun of doing stuff. If people have to
yeah.
pretend to be having problems or doing things in order to get attention, then obviously they're in the wrong place.
No, exactly.
You know, I'd never go somewhere and make a video saying I got a blowjob from a prostitute because to me that's a disgusting thing to do.
Yeah,
You know, you get people that go, oh, it's their life, they can do what they like, good for them. But I won't do that because kids might be watching my videos.
yeah,
You know,
exactly.
I swear, yeah, but I won't go, oh, here, kids, go and see a prostitute.
Mm.
That's why I got cut out the video, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
So, enough of that because it makes me sound really, really boring.
Yeah, stop advertising other people's channels.
Yes. I shall advertise your channel.
Yes, which my video log from this weekend will be going on shortly.
Is it going to
Tune
take?
in at Sketchney.
Is it going to take a month or two to get that vlog up?
No, because it's so short. Seriously, I barely filmed at all. I filmed a little bit at the hotel, and I did that tiny bit at the convention, and that was it. There's really nothing to it. It's barely worth even watching, to be honest. But at least I can say I did something there. So it's probably only about 5 minutes. No, it's a bit longer than that. But um, there's no car footage. There's no video footage of me going pretty houses or that.
Is there
So
any footage of you, Jane, and Donna together? Like in one shot, like like a selfie kind of video.
no, there isn't actually.
Because that would
We're
have been good.
in. We're in. I know, but everybody's moved. No, I'm joking.
You should have all took a picture of you all holding Minnie Milk, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And you could have all been holding him in different places, right? Took that picture, and I could have put that as my cover and been like, look at that.
You know what? I wanted to do it, but it just didn't happen. So I don't know. It's just...
Weird things just happen. When you go to places like that, everything you plan on doing always goes out the window because you don't know what's going to happen next.
I know, like I said, we really didn't take any pictures of that. So it's. I took it on my camera and it barely got used. So
I honestly think that's the problem when you've got so much to do. You miss out on some of the fun things you could have done together.
Yeah, yeah,
You
exactly.
know. But then it's like you can do that anytime to a degree. But could you meet all these people at the time? It's very, like,
No, exactly. It's like, what do you risk cutting, kind of thing. So,
well, we ain't got any more questions or comments.
no, it was
I
so nice
think,
of James to say hello and then, like, just,
yeah, he said hello and he left.
yeah. At least John, like, spent some time.
And John's at work.
I don't know. Last Avengers asked questions, at least.
Yeah, Last Avenger. Have you ever noticed people like ask me questions about other people
I know.
and their lives? Like
I know. Don't ask us about our lives at all.
I think it's because they know I'm going to say something very controversial or something. I think that's
I
why.
know, just to like rile you up a bit. It's like, yeah, say something really controversial.
It's going to sound like this. Will end up on the Riker Family special video system.
Oh yeah,
And then that's
yeah,
something like, I'm so like virtual painting, then me on the thing going, bullshit, or
yeah.
something. So, Riker Family, if you're watching, make that video, and here it is. Bullshit. There we go. If it gets on there, then we know he watches the video.
Total bullshit.
But anyway, I keep getting jealous of that drawing of James, on the video.
Oh yeah.
I think that's such a great drawing. It's like, this guy's talented. But anyway,
Yes,
we.
because the great picture you have of you is nowhere near as good as that one. The
Oh
one
no,
done on
never.
Microsoft Paint.
Yeah. That one done on me looks like nothing compared to that one.
Yeah,
You
compared to
know.
that one.
No, what I mean is, I think
I'm
it's. I think.
joking. It did look awesome. It was excellent. It was very well done. Yeah.
Drop myself in it now, guys. After the chat, I'm gonna get telling off now. Oh,
Cease and desist. You must take you down your banner.
I shall, I shall now admit that I'm an East Ender, and that means I'm stupid. So please, everybody,
You're
if
a
you
man.
can make
That explains it all.
a Mel East Ender from Essex, how much stupider can you get?
Yeah.
Anyway, we better. I
Yeah.
guess we better say our bye-byes.
Yes. It's that time. I can't
It
believe
went,
it's come round.
it went very fast.
Yeah. But I've had a good time, even though I'm in so much pain and really tired. And I missed playing. Missed gaming on Friday, so
Me too.
looking forward to getting into the routine
I
again.
was like this. I was like, I came down after dinner. I was like, oh, put the and then I sat down. I was like double whammy. No Comic Con and no Tash the Gamer. But I was like,
So, but yeah, no, it's been a good chat. I've really enjoyed this chat. Sorry that so many people didn't make it. But I know where Donna is. So if you get to see this at any point, Donna, hello.
hello.
The fact that I'll
Have
be
you,
seeing you probably before you, um,
Broadway.
but no. Thank you to John and Last Avenger for their questions and anybody who sees this after the fact. Please, we say this every week, but please ask questions that we can answer this week or
Yeah.
whenever.
Well,
So and please subscribe to Malcolm. Please subscribe to me, and thank you to Malcolm for being an awesome host as usual. So
I'd like to thank everybody for being here. John, thanks for popping in, working, and that means a lot to us both.
yeah.
Thanks, Last Avenger, for being here. You barely missed a chat, so thanks for being here.
Yeah.
Phoebe Tracy, we never did find out what was coming on, so hopefully
Yeah.
you'll let us know.
Come
By
on,
the time
what?
next chat.
Just,
Fake? Well, whatever. Anyway, and thanks to anyone else who popped in and just said hello. Right.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
And so thanks, Tash, for being here on a day when you're in a lot of pain. Thank you for your commitment to the chat and not letting anyone down.
No.
And what was I going to say next? Oh, and as always, guys, subscribe to Tash. The subscription is down below. Subscribe for great reviews. Subscribe for great vlogs, especially the early vlogs. Go back to 2009. They're fantastic.
Oh,
Alright,
no.
sometimes I find myself just watching them on a cold day because it's fun. Especially the happy birthday one. I'm so addicted to that one. The happy birthday one's the best because it's copyright. And the
Yeah.
reviews. And make sure to watch the X Files Rant videos if you like X Files because they're really good. And yes, so as always, guys, thanks for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to us both. Subscribe to me, the red box. Subscribe to Tash, the link in the about section. And thanks for watching and take care.
Take
Bye,
care, everybody.
guys.
Have a good week. See you next Monday.
See you then.